You're on the Virtual Entertainment Programming Network. TVEPN.com. Coming to you live from TVEPN Studios, The Slam Show. And now, your host, Slam.
What's up, everyone?
Hey.
No more camera.
Yeah, we have
Overhead camera.
new camera views, ladies and gentlemen, for the Slam Show.
I see you watching me. I see you.
There you go.
Look at the bird's eye.
How do you like the overhead shot, guys?
I'm digging it. I'm gonna have to get used to it because I'm just so used to like.
Look into your
If
left
I
or
need
right.
I need to say something or show a picture
Wait
on
a
my
minute.
phone.
When the hell did you do this?
It was done.
Where was I?
I had
He
little
made-
minions, slamming minions working on it throughout the weekends.
His elves came out early.
That's right.
His
Mike
what
Elvis.
else can we do?
Welcome, everyone, to another edition of The Slam Show for December 8th, 2014. I'm the main man, Slam and Sam, and before we get into anything, I'd like to have my co-hosting staff introduce themselves.
Joe Corzo for Joe Time Entertainment. Hello. And Nana Faithful, baby.
Cindy here.
I'm Lady Sage, and I feel like I'm in disarray. I had to find a freaking Niner gear. You know what I mean? It's like I have to support no matter what. So here I am,
Yeah.
Lady Sage.
She's absolutely bummed out over the events of the
Shh,
weekend.
we're not talking about that till interview time.
Yes. As stated in the script.
Mike Hill Smooth.
Mike Hill's back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
He was gone. Oh, we missed
Yeah,
you.
it was so quiet
I
around
miss your
here.
mustache, man.
Yeah, man. See, I'm glad someone
she
misses the
said.
mustache. You know?
The mustache.
It was starting to have a life of its own, though. I think it was time for it to go.
T-Mash.
Exactly.
The Monster Man.
You're starting to get kicked
The
out of
monster
parks
stash.
and public places.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let you into Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, it wasn't cool anymore.
Yeah, he was that Rob Lowe character.
Yeah.
Dish
Man. I was
Network.
creepy Rob Lowe.
The scrawny one?
No,
I think I was like all those
creepy
Rob
one.
Lowe's put together.
not the hairy one, though.
I said the
Yeah.
scrawny one.
I mean, with the mustache, I grew that rather quickly. I mean, it wasn't like it took me a year to grow that thing.
That's true.
That took
That's
me a
true.
year.
Look.
This is my playoff beard.
I hope it's for the Warrior playoffs.
Yeah.
We're not talking about a certain team. But anyways, rolling right along, our special guest in the house.
Elvin Geronimo,
Yeah.
9259 Niner Empire.
That's right. Let's give him a big round of applause.
You got that deep Dr. Love.
I think you're made for the mic, brother.
We'll start taking calls later.
Oh, shoot.
Ooh.
Oh.
He's
Yeah.
reminded me of when I used to host my Smooth Operator show. I used to.
What? Have a different voice from what you have now?
Yeah.
Really? Go ahead. Go into the smooth operator voice.
Hey, you now tuned into the Smooth Operator.
No. Ladies,
That
ladies.
sounds like shit.
Well, I'm battling a cold right now. You should hear some of my episodes, and I was the man. Cognac in the
You ain't battling no.
cognac in the studio.
Okay.
Shirtless doing
That's illegal.
doing push-ups.
Shirtless duo.
Candles lit.
That's another illegal thing.
Here's what you need to do before you hit the mic. You need to smoke a cigar. You need to down some scotch.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think that's a start. And then have a whole pack of cigarettes to yourself.
The whole pack of cigs, though.
Yeah, all at the like put them all in a bundle and smoke them all at the same
Like
time.
chain smoke.
Yeah.
That'll prepare you.
Yeah.
Right.
Right on. But it's good to have you back, Mike Hill.
Glad
All
to
right.
be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have an exciting
Dr. Spoon.
program for you tonight. We got a lot of good stuff, and this is obviously a 49ers theme show. We did have a disappointing outcome, which we will discuss a little later, but before anything.
Disappointing in going.
Yeah. Big time. Big time. As we always do, I like to go ahead and get into our past week and weekend happenings, and we'll just go ahead and start with the back of the studio, Joe time. We hung out for a little bit on Friday, but talk about everything around that has been happening with you.
Yeah, no, that was awesome. I was trying to think of Friday. I was going on that. Okay, yeah, the
Come
coat
on,
drive.
man. You need to have notes like me.
Yeah, coat. No, I'm just.
Look,
This
dude,
whole-
you got a freaking ass nice jacket, a fucking scarf. Do you have a jersey underneath too?
No, but I have the Niner Empire.
Oh
flag football shirt on.
yeah. You can see
Yeah,
that
man,
nice.
your head all like bundled up there. Are you okay? Are you sure it's not Mike that has a cold? It's you.
No, I'm good.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
Man, you're making me sweat over
I
here.
know.
I'm like burning up right now.
Nah, yeah. What was going on again? Coat drive Friday.
That's right. That's
There you
right.
go.
But anything leading up to that, like
Yeah,
ever
no.
since the show?
No, yeah, that was good. That was fun. I got to, get everything going for that. I got to get some coats together.
Yeah, you
from
donated
friend-
like what, like 2 dozen or something?
Not 2 dozen, a little less. Yeah, a little less. And it was awesome just to do that. Went to go hang out with Lana and everybody. Got to meet a lot of the Team Lana's crew.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was just like meat lockers. You know what I'm saying?
And that's in a good way, Lana.
Yeah. No, everybody was all physique. It was too many buff people in the same place. You know what I mean? It was crazy.
You wanted to put on one of those like Halloween buff costumes, right, to kind of feel comfortable. Like,
Or Hulk.
Nah, it was good, man.
Was it
I was
the,
comfortable. I was
The,
like, all right.
the insurance commercial?
what was it? Hans and Franz?
yeah, Hans and
yeah,
Franz, yeah,
with
yeah.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, State Farm.
That was fun. No, it was cool. It was good hanging out, meeting everybody, man, and it was cool to just be around all those people. And we went to Cream,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, all these people in shape eating all this food, man. I was like, how do they do that? I was like, I'm over here just getting fat. They're getting yoked. But I was eating like half of ice cream with half of cookie. And they're getting like full on Sunday cookie brownies.
Right,
and,
right.
And I was like, damn, okay,
It's cheat day.
yeah.
Must be.
Thank you, Sage. That is absolutely cheat night.
Well, it's cheat night for me every night. So
Yeah,
fuck
for real.
it.
Yeah.
Nah, but
Guilty.
and then throughout the week, did a couple open mics.
Okay.
Yeah, just work most of the time. Was just trying to get everything going,
Mm-hmm.
and then booked a few things. Just booked a corporate gig in Oakland.
Awesome.
They're working for like this hospital. Do like 30 minutes, getting paid. For the holidays.
There you go. Your treat.
Yeah, right. And then went to hang out with my cousin. It was her birthday. It was a lot of birthdays this weekend. Like a lot of.
As usual.
Yeah.
It seems like every weekend you have a
Yeah.
relative you're
Well, I
doing a
have a
birthday
big
thing
family,
with.
yeah. I like to stay in touch.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got to hang out. Got to see all my nephews and stuff. He's getting big, man. It's crazy. Time's just flying. I hung out with my grandmother,
Okay.
Yeah, I played football. Played some flag football on Saturday. That was fun. Got 7 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Oh, hey.
That's always fun.
All right.
One interception just landed right in my hands. I was like, oh, shit. I just started running.
So we'll be drafting you next.
I was gonna say something sarcastic, but I'll save it.
Nah, then I hung with
Say
my
it.
grandma. She was chill, man, and just it was like more of a family thing this whole weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had the
Was it the abuelita or the Lola?
the abuelita.
Abuelita.
All right.
Yeah. And then my
Got it.
Lola.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
All right.
Nah, then went to the my buddy's Raider Niner game
On Sunday.
party and stuff. And,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
it was crazy.
Yeah,
and he's a
pretty
Raider
much.
fan, so I was surrounded by all these little Raider fans. Man, it
Mhm.
was great. Raider dishes, Raider cups. I was like, dude, I'll starve before I eat on this. I'll eat on my hands. I'm like, fuck that.
You're like, where am I going to urinate
I
at?
was
Right
using
here.
regular plates.
Be like, excuse me, this plate's dirty.
For real. And then we just hung out with them and just had fun, man. It was pretty good and just worked most of the weekend.
That's cool.
It's a pretty busy weekend.
Mm-hmm. And obviously that sore thumb was the Sunday event that we'll get into a little later.
Yeah.
Cindy, how's everything?
Not too bad. As I was talking about on the pre-show, I've been kind of making a couple trips down to South City for, to help my friend with his startup company, and hoping that takes off.
Okay.
The weekend, work, couple trips to the gym, some Christmas shopping, most of which on Amazon. I'm kind of avoiding stores like the plague, so I don't have to be there. During Christmas, I only want to be at the store for like groceries,
Mm-hmm.
gift wrap, and liquor, and that's it. Like
Just your stuff, not buying for other people.
pretty much everybody's presents are probably going to be off Amazon, unless I'm getting little stocking stuffers or whatever. But like, I don't want to be nowhere near stores just because there is something in the air. Like, having worked in retail, there is just some funk in the air. Everybody's attitude, everybody's energy, everything is just so negative and
That's why they need Captain Fantastic
Hostile.
out there to
Ooh.
bring the positivity out.
it is. They don't deserve my positive.
Oh, snaps.
It is hostile out there.
Okay.
You know, people get all bent out of shape over the dumbest shit, like, you know, running out of gift boxes. People get all mad. I'm like, well, how are you shocked that, like, we're gonna run out of something that's free, while supplies last, first come, first serve? Like, you gonna get mad about that over the thoughtless shit your friend is gonna return right after Christmas anyways?
Sage is like, I took all the gift boxes.
Pretty much.
But
I don't give
exactly,
a shit
it's
about
like,
anybody.
it's like, don't get mad at the minimum wage cashier. Get mad at the person in front of you that took 20 for buying 2 items. You
Yeah.
know, like, your sympathy falls on deaf ears.
That looks kind of like Sage and Slam walking out with all those boxes.
right.
It must be my clone because I wasn't out shopping this weekend.
Right, but you know, like, for gift wrapping, I've never expected, you know, or felt so entitled, you know, to have all that shit done for me and have my ass powdered on the way out. It's like you know, I'll go get a pack of gift bags at the Dollar Tree and call it a day. Like, it's not.
Yeah, it's,
Some people's laziness just amazes me. I just blink in bewilderment, and I don't know what else to say. Like, we ran out. Sorry.
they have to restock.
But I'm not really sorry, because you're an asshole.
They're out there.
yeah.
Just gotta be glad that you don't have to go home with them.
Right? It's
Tolerate
like,
the ass
it's like, I'm glad
that
you're
long.
not my relative.
For real.
Fuck if I want to go to your family Christmas. You're a dick. You know, get out of here.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Go ahead, Sage.
Man, I can't top that. That's like the best.
I can't top that either.
Well, what did I do? Oh, flashback to Friday. I actually had a photo shoot with Lane Studio. Shout out to you, Lane. Gearing out for some new work, new product for upcoming January. I'll be having shirts released. So new work coming out. Thank you, Lane. Saturday, I was at the San Jose Toy Show and Collectible. And this is action figures, guys, not no regular, you know, toys that we use in the private of our home. Action figures, geek stuff. So I was there signing poster prints. They're actually all sold out. What I do is I run a certain amount of posters, and I don't reprint them anymore. It's one of a kind. So thank you for all the fans out there that purchased. I'm
Limited edition.
exactly, and you'll see me back there in March. 2015. So shout out to Drewski. We actually shared a booth, and again, another amazing time. My family came out to support. Shout out to my sister, my nephews, and my brother-in-law, and everyone else that came out. Thank you.
There you
Right
go.
on.
Mike Hill,
What's up? man?
welcome back.
Welcome
Where you
back.
been?
Yeah.
Where the fuck you been?
Man, busy with work. You know, it's always work that takes me out of this show. I guess flashback to a couple weeks ago.
Is this the work you're talking about that's on the screen?
Yeah, that's part of it. You know, I was
Explain this to our viewers
well,
out there.
you know, I was quite the host, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was his 10-year class reunion
Yeah.
over for Liberty High School.
Oh, and by the way, your balloons are fucking still there. So
yeah,
Pick
there's-
it up.
Oh, you guys got me balloons.
yeah,
I didn't get it. It was brought home from your event.
Oh, okay.
yeah. Let's show that real quick, Joe, over to the camera there. It is the Liberty Lions balloons
Yeah.
from the reunion.
Yeah. No, that was a.
Hey, watch it, it's gonna blow, dude.
Well, that was
That's the heat.
That's what she said.
that was when I was actually starting to catch my cold. You would have never really noticed it at the reunion, but I started catching it probably a little bit before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And then Thanksgiving. There we go. Thanksgiving, I broadcasted the Turkey Day game, which was awesome. You know, the 91st running of it, a big tradition in the city of San Francisco. And so I was honored to be a part of that for the third year in a row. And then was at home by myself on Thanksgiving night watching the patheticness that was the Seattle Seahawks Niners game. Then Friday was the reunion, was awesome. And I think I just, with all the talking I was doing and the singing and the hosting, my voice was pretty shot. Lady Sage would
Yes.
agree on that. When I had to go to the Cal game the next day,
Correct.
and I had no voice, and that's tough for me because I usually like to hoot and holler every single defensive down. It's not just third downs. I mean, I'm getting it going every defensive down.
Like
And-
what? Show us an example of your hooting and hollering.
Well, you know, just like typical college stuff.
Would you
Or
start
like,
it?
Oh, of course. And like sometimes I'll like if I really don't like the team, I'll pick out the quarterback and I'll be like, "Hey, you suck!" Like every down. Like even if he could be like the Heisman, player, and I'll be like, "Hey, like Andrew Luck." When I went to the my only big game against Stanford, like I was like, "Hey, Andrew Luck, you suck!" Every single down. Like that. I had to get it out there.
Right.
Even though the guy's unbelievably good and doing things in the NFL, right?
You didn't have anyone turn around like, "What the fuck you talking about, boy?"
No. I mean, I sit in a section where it's mostly Cal fans, so everyone's like, they love me.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
They always look for me because they know I'm going to clap 5 with them every touchdown too. I try
Right.
to clap 5 with everyone in my section. So,
Give
but
him
yeah,
the clap.
give them the clap. So then I miss.
Get away from me.
So then I miss. Not really. So then I missed last Monday's show, but then this week had 2 championship games to broadcast. Drove through the reining of cats and dogs out to San Jose on Friday night for the CCS Open Championship.
Awesome.
Sacred Heart D3 school stepped it up and played in the Open with the big boys. They played with Mitty,
Ooh.
and they beat Mitty. I mean, not Mitty, Bellarmine.
Bellarmine.
And they-
It's an all-guy school.
Yeah, and they beat Bellarmine, and that was a big win for them. They've never jumped up to play with the big boys like that. So, and they're undefeated. It sucks that they're probably not going to get a state bowl game or a chance to go to a state bowl game. But 14-0, hell of a season for Sacred Heart Prep out of Menlo.
Mm-hmm.
And then
They got to go head-to-head with De La Salle.
well, De La Salle is automatically into the state bowl game. Congratulations to them, 23rd consecutive North Coast Section Championship.
They
And-
beat Pittsburgh High.
Yeah, well, you knew
Beat
that. You knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Hey, some people were saying yesterday at the Niners game that they could have beat the Niners yesterday, but that I don't believe that.
We're not talking about that in the interview.
But yeah, then on Saturday I broadcasted the North Coast Section Division III Championship between Camp Lindo and Marin Catholic, and Camp Lindo stayed undefeated, and they are going to be going to a regional bowl game with the chance to go to state. Very good team out there in Moraga, 14-0. So, and Marin Catholic gave them a hell of a challenge. It's unfortunate there's no replay in high school football because the last play for Marin Catholic that turned the ball over on downs and sealed the deal for Campo was a very close call from my vantage point in the booth. But yeah, and then got to go to Marine World yesterday. Oddly enough,
Marine World?
Yeah, after the Niner game.
There's still a Marine World?
Well, Six Flags.
Okay, there you go.
It's like right behind my place when I lived in Vallejo.
Yeah, and check. I wanted to check out the decorations. Being that I can't just drive on down to Disneyland, I wanted to check
Because
out.
that the mustache thing?
Well, no.
That's
The
irrelevant.
mustache has been shaved for a while. No, but checked out the decorations, and it was nice. It was nice. Had some good company along the way, and it was
Ooh, sounds like a date.
yeah.
There you go.
It was fun. So yeah, good weekend. Just wish that the game yesterday would have been a lot different.
And you wish Truth was here because you were kind of bummed out knowing that he hasn't responded. What did he say? You did call him, right?
Yeah, and I got his voicemail, and I don't know if you've ever called Truth and got his voicemail. It's a funny one though, and because it's like seems like he's like unprepared to leave like he gets his
The
voicemail,
outgoing message,
He's like,
right?
"Hey, it's Truth. Leave me a message, and I'll call you back." It's like, okay. I'm like, okay. I'm like, Truth, get your ass over here, man. Slam show. Let's talk about the reunion on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he didn't respond.
I haven't got a call yet.
Bummer.
I mean, I'll excuse myself if I get a call. I want to get Truth over here.
There you go, because you guys are one.
Yeah.
One that I met him.
BFF.
Well, I was going to try to play it off that he was like someone from my high school, but then it just didn't really
You
work
guys
out
had
that
like
way.
this diabolical plan. I'm like, oh my god, I'm like listening to this. Is this really happening? I mean, this better freaking happen at the reunion. So you're saying it never happened?
No, I just let Truth just, you know what? Hey, shout out to Truth though, man. Thank you so much for, and I know shout outs are usually at the end of the show, but for coming through and being our photographer, man. He didn't have to do that. He could have spent his time doing something else. And he was so great, man. I know my class really enjoyed having him and Slam out there providing the music and kind of that celebrity feel with Truth going around taking pictures of everyone. So really appreciated that, man. It made the reunion. So
There you go, Truth.
You can make the check out to me, by the way. That wasn't free.
Well, that's awesome. Michael, glad to have you back.
yeah, like I said, I'll try to excuse myself from coughing, but try to dip away from the mic when that happens.
I think we have some cough drops somewhere. Hook you up with that. There you go. There you go. Sage was like, no way.
Do you have
No way.
I was holding my breath.
Do you have a cough button on the board there?
I can make one. That's for sure. Elvin, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. And how was your weekend or past week's haps?
Since everyone's talking about like Thanksgiving,
Mm-hmm.
because obviously I wasn't here last week, I enjoyed hosting Thanksgiving dinner at my house for my in-laws. I'm a turkey fryer, so we fried a
Ooh.
16-pound turkey.
Holy.
We're inviting ourselves next
yeah.
year.
It's like oversized fried chicken. It's delicious.
I was gonna say, what do you guys fried in? Like kind of like fried chicken batter, like the whole.
You just use frying oil. My daughter has a peanut allergy. Most frying oils are peanut
Right.
blends,
Okay.
but we have to like look for the corn oil, soybean oil. It's hard to find. But I've been frying turkeys for like 5-6 Thanksgivings now.
Mm-hmm.
First time I tried it, sold.
Uh,
I used to think it was going to come out oily, greasy. Mm-mm.
And there's some element of danger with that, right? If you don't
Oh,
do
yeah.
it right.
If you ever see those YouTube videos,
Yeah, people
Yeah.
set their house on fire
Well,
trying to.
there's a reason why the backdrop is a trailer park, double wide, out in the middle of West Virginia. Because they're putting frozen turkeys in the hot oil. It tells you on the pot and all over the instructions, not your turkey needs to be dry and no ice, because water, ice, and oil and hot
Who the
oil do not
hell
mix.
Fry stuff when it's frozen. It's not gonna
Yeah,
cook,
you
right?
can't cook anything.
It'll
when it's frozen.
explode.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Take hot oil in a pan outside. Don't do this in your kitchen.
Right.
All right, and throw an ice cube in there and see what happens.
I already know what's gonna happen.
Don't try this at home, kids.
just
Do it
Just
outside.
look at that
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, let
Yeah.
someone else be stupid.
Right.
Yeah, well,
for
that's
you.
where he
Mhm.
just pointed it out. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the backwoods drinking that moonshine.
Exactly.
It's like, frozen, do it anyway. And throw it in.
And then throw the moonshine in it.
But
yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
even if you're not frying a turkey, even if you're gonna cook it in the oven like traditionally, like you need to take that turkey out like 2 days, almost a day in advance, so that it's all the way thawed, all the way through.
Yeah, we thought.
I
thought
reckon it's
mine-
hot enough to melt.
I reckon. Like 3 days before, I'll brine it for 24 hours. Put in
Mm.
Yeah,
some
there you
salt
go.
water, kill all. It gets rid of all the ice that's in there.
There you go.
Do it right.
Yep. And then after that, we
I just throw the live turkey right in there.
there you go,
Live,
head and all.
Gobble
like
gobble.
the Christmas Story movie with the head on the turkey at the restaurant.
Fa ra 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 ra. Then we went over to my mom's in Vallejo. That's where my family lives. That's where I'm from.
Mm-hmm. V-Town in the house.
Had the whole Filipino, food spread. We had the pancit, the lumpia,
The lechon.
lechon.
So we're
Yeah.
inviting
all
ourselves
that.
over. Nice
Yeah.
holiday.
Didn't you say you used to live in Vallejo?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
What part?
I
The
literally lived.
The
no, no,
crest side. I used to live. I used
No,
to
I
live
lived
2
to-
streets above the crest.
Really?
No, I
So you
lived
see E40 a lot.
behind, I
He was
live-
hillside.
I live behind Sutter Hospital and Six Flags.
Oh, over
So
by
that little pond at the park there.
Dan Foley.
Yeah,
I
that
know
little
that is.
pond took you to Six Flags if you were to like paddle boat over there. I could, when I walked on that little rapey trail in the park, I could see the giraffes.
I know that rapey trail well.
See, I could see the giraffes, and I thought that was really cool. I'm like,
Yeah.
who could say that? I went on a walk to see giraffes today.
Yeah,
you
look at
know?
that view. Golly. Why would
Right?
you move away from that?
What kind of
Because
sound
it's
does a giraffe
rapey.
make?
No.
Well, they used to water ski back there too.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
They did that show when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I moved in with Jeremiah. That's why.
They did do
Consolidated.
that. That's great. I thought it was just a dream.
Yeah. And then when everyone was going to Black Friday after Thanksgiving, I decided to pack up my truck and go crab fishing up at Bodega Bay.
I saw
Oh,
that.
Sweet.
Yeah. Did you see that Dungeness crab?
I'm just wondering why you didn't bring me
Like
any.
9 inches wide.
Wow.
Biggest crab I ever caught in my life on a crab
go
snare.
crab.
Mr. Geronimo, what happened?
Let's not compare catching crabs.
That was part of the reason why I had you come on the show. You hook it up.
It was delicious.
Oh my goodness, it's all gone.
All gone.
Been gone, I
Been
think.
gone.
No, there's
Yeah.
some in the frozen.
I only
Tundra
caught 2.
freezer.
Yeah, there's unlimited supply out Bodega Bay waiting for you.
But you have to go catch it yourself.
You have to come with me.
Oh.
Fair enough.
You
That's
deep
an
fry your
invitation.
crab too?
Boil it. Crab
Boil.
boil.
No,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Crabbing is really fun, though. You guys should if you get the chance.
I used to go crabbing when I was little. Don't want to do it again.
No.
Stepping back.
Are they easy to catch or?
Yeah, Filipino eye.
Pretty much.
I went
yeah.
clamming.
With a shovel and a bucket.
No, just you fucking roll up your jeans and you just fucking put your hands in there.
And just start feeling your way.
Are you being funny?
No, it's just,
That's truthful.
Kind of like
That's
little
a real
fun
story.
fact.
It's probably the same beach too.
Oh my goodness. Sounds pretty adventurous there, Elvin.
Yeah. I like
Okay.
anything outdoors. Fish, camp.
All right. So that was a couple weeks ago.
That was a couple weeks ago.
Now, anything recent?
A lot of beer.
Okay.
A lot of tears yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Beers and tears.
Beers, tears, and oysters.
Oysters.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I grilled 60 oysters on the grill yesterday. If you can't tell, I like cooking. I like
I'm
grilling.
going there next
And
time.
I like eating.
Dude, we are inviting ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
You guys are all welcome.
Field trip.
Yeah.
You got the boxes of oysters?
Yeah.
The Costco special?
It's Seafood City.
Yeah,
Okay.
Seafood City.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I've seen their trucks. I've never been to one of those.
Get the boxes.
Seafood City. Where's that one at?
Right here. It's just down the street.
Over at Concord.
By Home Depot.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, Home Depot,
where
parking
all
lot.
the Filipino stuff are at. Okay, got it.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
And you did mention the reason why you were cooking oysters because of what was happening on TV, which we'll get into a little later. That's for sure. And as far
Open looped ya.
as far as my weekend went, echoing what Joe Time mentioned, I was over at Hamachi's doing all the good music stuff for Lana's appreciation party. Everyone that came out, much props out to Lana, the entire team, and hopefully we could do another one at a later date.
Yeah.
And you could still donate your codes. Just go to Lana's Egg Whites on Facebook to find out all the updated locations. And on Saturday, I was with Truth. We were doing a Christmas party over at Wedgwood, which is down the way here in Pittsburgh, and it turned out really well. It was one of the normal holiday parties for a company. But what was interesting was the waiter that was helping us out, he was a DJ. I don't know if he still does, but he had all these freaking stories about his times DJing over in South San Francisco, and he was doing a lot of quinceañeras. And he had, I don't know if he's telling the truth, but it was damn right funny and scary at the same time. One of them was he was scheduled to end at 12:30 at one of these quinceañeras, right? And as he's putting his stuff away, some gangster type of individual comes up and says, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I'm packing because I'm scheduled till 12:30. He goes, "No, you're not." And he pulled out a gun and nudged it on his side like that. "You're staying."
Okay.
And obviously, if someone's going to nudge a gun, you listen to those type of requests. So he ended up staying until like 4:30 and not get
Oh.
paid.
That sucks.
That's a
and
crazy
not
story.
get paid.
Yeah, not get paid. It was like you're doing it
At least
because
you got to live.
yeah. Thank
you
you.
live.
No,
You live to
dude,
see
get-
another day.
Get on the phone and deport their ass. Fuck that.
And it was like
There you
it was
go.
like every moment he had a chance to approach me, he was a cool guy. Much props, Mario. But he just had these new stories that he was telling me. And another one was every single quinceañera that he did, there would always
Or have
be
done one after that.
there was always a gunfight.
Yeah, I would have done
A
it.
gunfight.
Yeah, I would have picked another gig. I mean, let's see, 4
Maybe
hours,
that's why he's not a DJ anymore.
right? Fucking 4 hours of not getting paid.
He's like, bro,
under
you
the
ever
threat-
get the gun pulled on you yet? No. I
under-
haven't been in enough quinceañeras, man.
That's what he was kind of coming across. Like he was amazed, like, "Oh, you never had that experience?" No,
You're
I
like,
haven't.
No,
So
I get
Just
paid.
cotillions for me.
Yeah.
yeah, Filipino.
Debutant balls.
Exactly.
Boo, yeah, that's it.
So yeah.
16s.
Props out to Mario for those great stories, and hopefully those were just stories. Anyways, let's go ahead and have our quick recap of last week's show, and that was psychic medium Tara Candice. And yeah, Michael, you totally missed out
Miss
on this
Candy.
show. Candy was her stripper name that she wanted to title herself as. But yeah, personally, 1,000% legit. I had no doubt that she really was a seer, and when she asked us to do our yes and no at the end of the program, she hit it right.
Private readings.
Private readings. That was really touching because I did ask for something, and that was dead on. Not much I could say. Just if you really want a psychic to do some work on you, Tara is the lady, and I'll have the rest of my co-hosting staff give their opinions on it.
Yeah, no, she was awesome, man. Like her energy and who she was, and just the journey she's on is awesome. I mean, I've always been intrigued and interested in psychics and the paranormal and all that good stuff. And never really became a believer until I was like 18-ish, and then like I went to my first one. Dun dun dun. And I was like, this is bullshit. And then all of a sudden, throughout the whole year, it's like things start to click. It's like, okay, all right, I guess. And then all of a sudden, I went the next year, and then it would change, but then it'd be like the same thing. So every time you get your fortune told, it's always going to be different throughout the year. It's like it's always going to change because you're constantly thing, but you'll start seeing things that start happening synchronistically to what they're speaking of. And then for the most part, I guess if you don't believe it, it won't happen. If you do believe it will happen. It just all depends on whatever. It doesn't really matter. I mean, for me, I'm a believer because I've experienced the things that I've experienced, and that's just my opinion. That's what's going on. So having the interaction I had with her was just, one of those things. It's like, okay, you could tell the difference between a real and a fake. But the difference between her and any other person that I've met, I never really got to interview or talk to or have interaction like that with like a psychic like that before. And with her, she was more down to earth. She was more open of sharing her her journey and like her practices and what she does. And there's some things that she was holding back and didn't speak about, which is that's your own thing, and that's always cool. And then she was kind enough to run a couple of private sessions real quick with us, and that was pretty awesome. And I'm literally taking action on the answer I was given, and things are starting to look amazingly up as it was foretold. So definitely a great experience. So thank you, Tara. Miss Candice.
You were so excited that you forgot something again last week.
I know, right?
Just had to throw that out.
Yeah. Joe Time always forgets his
She's
charger.
like, you're going to go to the Warriors game and they're going to cover. Just kidding.
Awesome. Cindy.
I did go to the Warriors game, but they didn't cover.
Well, that was a great conversation we had with her here in the studio. I really loved hearing her stories. She had so much personality and so much to say and so much to offer, and it was kind of saddening to hear that she'd been so discouraged, by whoever, relatives or
peers,
angry parents within her kids' school community. But she just rises above. She can see who's ugly and who's beautiful. And good for her. That's a very valuable skill, and she's using it to do good. And whether you're a skeptic or whether you believe, if you're using that to do good, who can judge that?
Agreed. Sage.
Yeah, her aura was just really beautiful, and her personality, it's so bright. And at first I was, of course you have to be a skeptic. You can't always believe what's out there. But just throughout the whole interview, I mean, her personality is just amazing, and I really enjoyed her presence. And I thought she was gonna read me like, say. but yeah, she was very positive, and I would love to come see her and continue a private reading for an extensive reading for myself and of course you, because we do have a lot of questions, and for the most part, I do believe it. I do believe her.
Yeah,
I believe. How's that?
And
amen.
And just to add on to what you guys said, she has a very good, cool, kind of quirky personality, and I think that might throw people off in terms of, I don't know about what she's able to put on the table, but I think that's just her being her. And when you connect with that, then it makes it easier for you to say, all right, I'll give her a chance because she's being herself, instead of this robotic psychic that comes in with a narrow-minded attitude and says, okay, I'll tell you what you need to know, instead of just being cool.
Not even psychics, just people in any service kind of job in general. Like, I will take the quirkiness. I will take, what some people say is weird over mean or frigid or
robotic.
Correct. Or that any day.
Right.
Any day.
Agreed. So if you guys didn't catch that episode, be sure to go to theslamshow.com or .tv for that replay, as well as other replays that includes my kill. We got to throw you in there because you're like coming on the show. than missing a couple weeks and coming on.
Yeah, man. That might start being a trend, man.
It's
Just
okay.
with work and everything. So
It's all right.
it makes the show that I do come on that much better, right?
Much more special.
Yeah.
And we just have much more discussion
I just
points.
wish I would have met her now, because I'm all about the quirky too. I'm probably, some would say I'm a quirky little individual dude.
Well, she works out of Modesto, so
Oh,
I mean
really?
that's right by your work.
Yeah.
We
Which,
got-
speaking of, I hate to flash back, but at Six Flags, fan recognized me again, like out of nowhere.
There
hey,
you go.
Mike on the mic, Modesto Nuts, what's up? I'm like, hey, what's up?
There you go. Did you run up and sign their T-shirt or something?
They both have
Sign
tons
my
of,
nuts, bro.
they have tons of autographs. The kid, he's gotten real big now, but the kid used to follow me all the time.
Awesome.
Yeah, like
There
at the
you go.
ballpark, he would just walk with me, even though like technically I wasn't supposed to have anyone really walking with me, but it's
you
cool.
know, that whole mustache and 1,000 feet rule,
Yeah, right.
1,000 feet within children. Like,
There we go. There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break and be back for the topics of the night. Sponsored by Mello's Pizza. Hang tight here on The Slam Show.
Need cash now? Call 1-800-CAR-TITLE to borrow $2,500 to $50,000 against the value of your vehicle. 1-800-CAR-TITLE has been offering the lowest rates and monthly payments for over 10 years. Mention promo code FREEWAY to receive free gas with your loan. 1-800-227-8485. 1-800-CAR-TITLE, a proud supporter of the Freeway Series.
1-800-CAR-TITLE, fast cash and low payments every day.
It's hurricane and wildfire season again. Why do thousands of people sit in these reoccurring problem areas year after year, betting their lives that the disaster won't get them? Hundreds of you helped eFoods Direct ship 50,000 donated meals to the Oklahoma victims. The problem is we can't help everybody. If every one of us who can will take care of ourselves, we can all pitch in to take care of those who really can't. The new Just In Case pack from eFoods Direct is the big brother to the 7-day emergency pack designed for Oklahoma disaster donations. It contains a 2-month supply for one person, or a 1-month supply for 2 adults, or a 2-week supply for a family of 4. The $320 price is $50 less than retail. Call 800-409-5633 on the web efoodsdirect.com/Alex. Order 2 or more, get 10% off, free shipping applies. Call 800-409-5633 on the web efoodsdirect.com/Alex.
Protecting your home with a security system is a must. But when it comes to protecting your family, your home, and belongings, there's no need to sign a long-term contract. Listen, there is some real scum in the alarm business, cashing in by locking you into long, punishing contracts. Not with Simply Safe Home Security. They're the good guys. You can trust Simply Safe to protect your family. Simply Safe was created by a Harvard Business School engineer, and it's revolutionary. You'll get 24-hour protection for just $14.99 a month. There are no hidden fees and no contracts. You'll save thousands. Plus, you're protected by their 100% money-back guarantee. Protect yourself against home invasions and break-ins. Order your Simply Safe system now and receive a wireless keychain remote, a $25 gift, free. So don't waste your time dealing with scum. Visit GetSimplySafe.com. GetSimplySafe.com. GetSimplySafe.com.
Introducing Pro One. All of your filtration in one system, portable, on the go. No more do you have 2 or 3 filters to just reduce sodium fluoride. You have a system that cuts out the sodium fluoride and up to 95% of hydrofluorosilicic acid. Advanced manufacturing technology combines silver-impregnated white ceramic with new Aquamedics advanced media for removal of fluoride and other heavy metals, all in one filter element. It is the only one that does it, and out of the gates, we have it discounted at 10% off with promo code WATER. This is the only system that in one unit helps reduce or remove pesticides, herbicides, chloramines, ammonia, and chlorine, hydrofluorosilicic acid, the most common form of fluoride not covered by other fluoride filter brands, and sodium hexafluorosilicate. Get your Pro Pure with the new Pro One filter today at InfoWarsStore.com or by calling 888-253-3139.
Taking a family of 5 to the amusement park can cost a small fortune.
Oh, yeah. So to save some money, we thought, hey, let's bring the amusement park to us.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right, step right up, young man. Are you ready to ride the Wacky Waterfall?
That's just the bathtub with the shower head running.
Nope, it's the Wacky Waterfall.
It's a shower, Dad.
Waterfall.
Wacky.
There's an easier way to save. To get a free rate quote, go to geico.com. Then buy online, over the phone, or at your local Geico office.
You know the U.S. dollar is devaluing. You can see it happening every day. You know a new currency will take over at some point. Wouldn't you like to be in on the ground floor? Bitcoins. They're a decentralized, anonymous internet currency. They're free to use, free to accept, and free from inflation forever. You can use them anywhere in the world, and their value seems only to be increasing. Find out more at weusecoins.org. Don't be kicking yourself in the pants in a month. Your dollars are going down. Bitcoins are going up. weusecoins.org.
Snoring. It's not just something to laugh about. Snoring could be a symptom of sleep apnea, a serious condition where breathing stops during sleep, and if left untreated can lead to daytime drowsiness while driving, high blood pressure, acid reflux, heart attack, and stroke. Plus the family issues of the snoring keeping others up all night. The first step in treatment is a sleep study. Through homeapneatest.com, it can now be done in your own home in the comfort of your own bed through the direction of a board-certified sleep medicine physician in your area. The test simply monitors your breathing while you sleep. For more information about sleep apnea, go to homeapneatest.com or call 1-877-54-APNEA, 1-877-542-7632.
If you're suffering from chronic pain, migraine headaches, or any other health issues, it might be your back telling you it's time for an adjustment. Come check out the New Health Chiropractic Center in Concord. We restore the curvatures of the spine to bring you back to good health and wellness. Our specialists will provide a full examination and x-rays for free.
Just mention the Slam Show.
Oh, I get it
Call
now.
now
I can
for
hear
an
it.
appointment at 925-759-9722 or online at thenewhealthcc.com. In order to transform
Cupertino,
your
on a
health,
creek.
you have to try something new. The New
Redwood
Health
City.
Chiropractic Center.
Now you got a friend in the dining business.
Joe, Tom, why are you fucking up my freaking commercial for? Just talking all over that shit, ladies and gentlemen.
Gave another plug for
Just
somebody else.
stepping all over my voice.
I'm sorry.
It's all good. I still love you.
That's your voice?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Slam Show. This is the topic segment sponsored by Mello's Pizza.
Yum.
So good.
I just had it during break. Thank you.
Any shouts specific?
Thank you to manager Fabio over at
Fabio.
Mello's in Pleasant Hill, California.
Awesome name.
Why'd you laugh when she said
awesome.
You're thinking about the freaking whatever happened to that guy?
it's not butt.
Yeah.
Romance cover novel
Yes.
or romance novel cover, whatever.
Whatever happened to that guy?
I think he's still alive.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Have you seen anything lately? Any public
I
appearances?
think he's the type that didn't he become a merman? Now he's living under sea or something.
What? What kind of fantasy world are you thinking about?
You're getting mixed up with Aquaman or something, maybe?
How do you say that with a fully serious face?
I think he's really serious.
He is. I mean, he strikes me as the type of guy that would do that.
Well, first off, that's not humanly, scientifically possible to make yourself.
Just yet.
Yeah, yet. Okay, I'm not going to rule it out entirely, but.
Come on, we were talking about that show Helix, right?
Yeah.
That's true.
But anyways, no, I mean, I'm sure he's like living the quiet life somewhere in Europe, and.
But he was
You know,
like
he
the
might make
dude for a while,
appearances.
though, right?
Oh,
Like,
every woman wanted him.
Everyone was kind of cracking jokes on him, but he was like super buff.
Well, yeah, because he posed for all those pictures for like romance
Yeah, for
novels.
the novel covers.
Yeah.
Probably saved up his money and just
Oh, he's
taken
getting
it.
rituals like
we
a
gotta
motherfucker
get him
for
on the
that.
show to find out how he got that. How'd you get the gig, bro?
Stop eating donuts.
I just didn't believe it was about the mother.
Sage has a point. Stop eating donuts, and you will have that body.
Get really buff, grow some long hair, put on a loincloth, and there you go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to our first topic. We usually go into the 49er discussion, but we'll save that for the absolute
Never.
interview segment with our special guest, because that's how we get down when a horrible loss does come on to the team. All right, check this out, guys. Have you been to a liquor store over in the Mission District in San Francisco called Tanasi's Market?
Yep.
You have.
Hmm?
And did you see this? These party drink kits that they put together?
High speed, baby.
What's
I used to get a high speed all the time.
Dude.
I don't do it anymore.
This is an incredible invention, because basically you're having select mixed drinks that
And they
normally...
give you a cup of ice.
I'm sorry?
You just ask for a cup of ice and they give it to you.
Over there?
Hmm?
Okay, well, this is, I think, separate from that. Can I break this down?
Yeah. Bring me back, though. That's what I'm saying. This is crazy.
Well, what it is, it's now kind of making big news. I'll go ahead and magnify the pictures, but basically all these unique drinks that even some bartenders don't even know.
It's a Ziploc?
You could go ahead and grab these little Ziploc bags with these drinks with the airport-sized bottles along with the certain beverages and mix it at home, and there you go. You have that specialty drink.
Or mix it in the movie theater. I mean, it's
Exactly.
small enough to put in your purse. Hey.
Exactly, but look how it's packaged. It's very, how should I say this? Ghetto.
Yeah, homemade.
Homemade, but at the same time, it is not a branded, trademark, patent type idea. So this guy, he better get on it really quick because this is a tremendous idea. Look at, you could have like certain drinks that are just straight up researchable online, but you're going to have to do that. This eliminates that step. Bam. Pay one price, and you have yourself a drink kit mix. So, guys,
They say kick it.
good idea. Let's start with Mr. Geronimo.
How much are those?
That's a good question. How much are they? You said you were over there.
Yeah, no, it just depends on which ones you get. I mean,
What's the price range we're looking at?
like
Well, you're looking at that.
$10?
yeah.
Well, I'm seeing a little bottle of booze plus Red Bull. I mean, Red Bull, give
Yeah.
or take, about what, $3-4?
Mhm.
And those little drinks that you get at the liquor store, it depends. Like the Grey Goose one is about,
Yeah.
or like the Jack
It's
Honey
like-
one is about $3-4.
Mhm.
So
Plus you
it's
have
like $8 out the door.
Yeah.
$8 or $10. Yeah.
without their markup, right? All right, there you go.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
You got thumbs up from me.
Yeah,
Yeah, makes it easy.
there you go. Mike Hill.
Yeah, I'll also give it a thumbs up. That's a pretty creative and inventive idea, you know. And like you said, it saves you the hassle of having to go online and say, oh, what would go good with, you know, Crown Royal, or what would go good with this, you know.
Yeah, and it gives you that variety where you could just not get the same thing. We always have our go-to club drinks, whether it's Long Island's, Mai Tais, or what have you, rum and coke.
Patron and pineapple.
Mike Hills over at the reunion. So this gives it a chance where you're going down this little selection like, okay, let me try this with Jaeger and Red Bull. Let's see how that goes. It's kind of cool, Sage.
I don't know.
Well, wait, can you create your own kits? I mean, is that what you're saying? Like, could you just
It's
take
already-
something off the shelf?
It's already prepackaged. It's in a Ziploc bag, dude.
Yeah, that's their marketing scheme there, Michael. So maybe if you're like there, hey, put me together something
Get
like
yourself a high fever hurricane.
or have yourself your own drink, a Mike Ill mix.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if I call up the Nazis Market and be like, oh, can we do this, and package it up? I'll be there in 2 hours to pick it up. They'll do it?
Possibly.
Okay.
Or have it to where they're selling it to other people. Have the freaking Slam Show drink out there. The Joe Time drink. Sage drink.
It used to be the Incredible Hulk.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
when
right.
I was growing up, now they used to call me the Hulk. Hypnotic and Hennessy used to come through all day.
No wonder you have this infatuation with the built guys over at Lana's team, man. It's like, I used to be that way, or I wanted to be.
No, the
he's
Incredible
saying
Hulk,
the Incredible
Hypnotic and Hennessy.
Yeah.
Turn green.
Yeah, it's the color, not
Not the
because of-
physique?
No.
Oh, my bad. I apologize.
Have you never had a Hulk?
I'm sorry?
Have you never had a Hulk?
No, I haven't.
That sounds fucking terrible.
That sounds like he's gonna destroy shit.
Yeah. You have?
Yeah, of course
Okay,
I've
okay.
had the
Yeah,
Amazing
wasted.
Hulk. Yeah.
All right, all right.
Hypnotic and
Hypnotic
heme.
and heme. Yeah.
There you
Okay.
go.
Mr. Geronimo, is it a great
I've,
drink?
I've had that heme.
All right.
Okay, what's a heme? I'm sorry, I don't
Hennessy.
know.
Hennessy.
Oh.
That very special, yeah.
That privilege heme.
Yeah,
Yeah, that I mean.
Let me get a pack of
Sorry, I'm a
backwoods.
Cavassier kind of girl. I'm
Ooh.
a Hennessy,
Okay.
Pass the Cavassier.
Styling up, styling and profiling.
That XO? The Remy?
yeah. The Remy.
Don't get me wrong, I started with E and J. Work my way up.
Gotta start from the bottom. That's for
Erkenjut?
sure. Cindy.
I think it works for that business. You know, I
That
think it
area.
works. Yeah, the area, the fact that it's like a corner store,
Mm-hmm.
a local spot. You know, obviously this would not catch on or fly, or
What?
or no, I mean in like a supermarket, in like
Okay.
a large store. I'm saying it works for a convenience store
Now let's
or a corner liquor store.
let's package it up a bit and say it's all decked out nice and neat, proper, and have it at a liquor store over in Blackhawk. Will it work?
But they already have stuff like that where they have like gift sets, or they'll sell like a margarita mix with a tequila with a salt and 2 glasses. Like they already have stuff like that in terms of gift sets, but it's like large scale and full size bottles.
They have that at CVS.
Yeah, they have that at CVS. They got that at Bevmo.
Safeway?
Yeah,
Ingredients
Safeway.
for
Yeah.
life.
Cheap plug there, Michael.
There you go.
Ingredients
so
for life.
something like this, I think it works for that setting.
Right, because it gives it that grounded feel. Like, oh, this is cool. Someone took the time to go ahead and put this masking tape and write in a Sharpie.
Yeah,
Boom.
exactly. I mean, but if I'm gonna do it up like cheap drinking night, you know, a full size bottle of well vodka is $10 at a liquor store though, and I don't want to buy a kit that's only enough drinks, you know, only enough for one drink for $8 or $10. That costs the same as at a bar. You know, like what's the point? Especially in the city, you go to a bar, you're gonna pay like $7 for Bud Light. You're gonna pay $10 or $11 for a well drink. You know, if it's still $8, $9, $10 at the liquor store, what's the point?
Or go to Mike Hill's reunion where everything's for free.
Hey, for the first 3 hours.
I'm with Cindy there. I mean, it's not cost effective. I would just buy myself a whole bottle and, you know, like, and just down it, you know, like you use it as a shot type, like a shot of vodka with, you know, a big Belvedere bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you buy a bottle of vodka and you buy like one bottle of fruit juice, it might be $2 or $3 more, but it's like enough drinks for like you and a couple of friends versus like, you know, homeless man status with the miniatures.
Yeah.
But
You
I
know?
think it'll work if you do like travel, because, you know, at the airport you're only allowed to carry certain ounces.
Right.
So if you want to get freaking drunk in the airplane and you don't want to pay for their drinks, so yeah, I would say buy those. And even that, you can't bring the Red Bull.
Well, yeah, but you can't open your own containers on
Yeah.
the plane either.
Oh, you can't?
No.
You can't open your own containers.
Well, damn.
Interesting.
So that really just works for like, you know, homeless people, youngsters, you know, people.
That's who it's marketed to.
Yeah, I
Well,
was just
they-
going to say there's a certain market. I mean,
That's
Right,
exactly
exactly.
what the market. That's why
Right.
we used to get it, because, I mean, it was cheap. It was in the area, and then it was exclusive. You were like, okay, let's go
Yeah,
over here
it-
because they already got it for us.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, let me get high speed, and they just already put it past you together and they hand it to you. Boom.
I mean,
Yeah.
Tanasi's not marketing to us.
Exactly.
No.
It
You know.
works for the area.
Yeah, and then
for the
Right.
neighborhood.
with the
But see,
whole
but
whole
there's-
packaging deal thing, you would have to get Jaeger and Red Bull to have some kind of thing where they create like this kind of lunchable package situation.
Right.
Cheese and crackers.
Just with cheese and crackers. And then all of a sudden they would have that. I mean, I could see that happening for sure. I mean, for like certain stuff and
Yeah.
taking it to the next level. But for the most part, that thing in itself, the guy coming up with an idea to do that definitely drew a lot more people to come to his store, and people do it just for the exclusivity. You're like, oh shit, that's the only store that does it. And I'm pretty sure other corner stores got picking up on that, and I'm sure they have already since the time I've been there. Since
Yeah. Well, I think it's wise for him to research it to see if that idea as a whole hasn't been patented yet, because you're going to
They
have
got those
different
drinks, they're like the pina colada drinks, like the club, the Long Island iced tea drink.
Yeah, all the pocket
little-
shots,
Yeah.
buzzball, that kind of stuff.
They got
Yeah.
like those things, but nothing like what you got going on. What you're saying,
Take those
Yeah.
to the Giants game.
Yeah,
But
so
it's so tiny. I mean, those little bottles
Hey,
are
I'm telling you,
That's
just
all you
one-
need.
I'm telling you, just one little cup.
I'm
like
sorry,
little
I
high
need more
speed,
than
you
one
just-
cup.
But I'm talking about you trying to get wasted. I'm talking about like when you're going to go kick it and you're just chilling like somewhere. That's just like
Yeah.
a nice little sip, smoking a little blunt. You're,
Yep.
you're chilling.
you're done for the whole night.
Or like,
Not done the whole night, but just for that moment, that time period.
that moment.
or
Yeah.
like if you go to the Giants game, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
exactly.
You buy soda there, but then you have the little personal right in your
Boop, boop.
pocket.
And just-
Yeah.
There you go.
Make sure to frisk this guy.
But yeah, this is yeah.
So thumbs up overall. It was a great idea.
Oh yeah. Of
I'll
course.
give it one thumbs up, because I mean the way that Cindy kind of she spoke some truth there, and it was just like at first
Yeah, it's
I
not
was
gonna
kind of
be
rolling
a-
with Elvin with the 2 thumbs up, but now I'm just I'll stick to 1 thumbs up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not cost effective.
Yeah.
I agree, but obviously he's getting news. He's getting press
Right.
because it's working.
Yeah.
And that's what you
we're-
want,
working
right?
for
That's what
him.
he wants, I'm sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, and we're talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true, because I do like off-premise sampling at you know, some liquor stores, and those little bottles don't move. I mean, they're just sitting there because people want to buy the big bottles.
That's right.
And when he's marketing it with, you know, Red Bull and all kinds of other mixers, I mean, that's more revenue for him to just move out and, you know, product just
Right.
get it out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, 2 thumbs up for me.
Yeah, as far as being able to have that constant selling traffic, it's a good idea. We have Oaktown that's in the chat room, and he's echoing what Cindy said. Yeah, it does add up after a while, but hey, what if you just get multiple kits? Then you have different types of drinks, and you'll
you're
really
really-
get a fucking hangover off that shit.
And you're also really spending a lot, though.
It's cute. I mean, I used to collect those little bottles. As a matter of fact, I still have them. It's just not displayed. So I don't know. People could probably just buy it to display it and just collect them.
Hey, we collected big bottles
In
for
the
a year and then
plastic
threw them out.
Yeah, I used to collect bottles. That's like a phase everybody goes through, I guess.
College, bro. We used to have our bottles just chilling on our kitchen ledge. and
It's
then-
like trophies.
Yeah, basically,
That's what we call them. We call them trophies. Yeah.
1.75ers.
Yep.
Chilling.
It's like, hey, sign this.
Yeah, everybody.
Whoops, we got one signed out there.
2002.
Mike Hill, don't lie. You still have them around.
No, that was college days, man. I mean,
don't have 'em in
I,
your
I remember,
room?
I remember when we moved out of our house in Natomas, and we needed my mom and dad's help, and they looked out and they looked in our kitchen. They're like, "You guys have drinking all this alcohol?" We're like, "Well,
That's just last night.
well, that's what they think. You guys went through this like last night, all of it. It's like, no, this took like a year to gather. You
Well, these
know?
are only the good bottles. We tossed the other ones.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
no beer
The
cans
plastic
up there.
Smirnoffs.
There's no.
Right? No. It was all bottles for sure.
Yeah, kept all the Zimas, huh? Remember that drink,
Hey, Zima's
Mr.
were
Drama?
I
Zima.
remember
That was
Zima.
before Smirnoff Ice, right? That was the
Yeah.
Smirnoff Ice before Smirnoff Ice.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
That was-
Citrus brew.
Oh man, the commercials though.
Oh, my
Commercials were
goodness.
the best.
That was the South Bay outings, I can tell you that.
South Bay.
All right, moving right along here. Check this out, guys. Usher charges his iPhone in a woman's vagina.
Usher the
Usher Raymond?
artist?
Yes,
Okay.
the artist.
HERRAYMOND. Usher?
Raymond Usher. Last week at the Art Basel Festival in Miami, for $10, a fully naked woman. Her name is Lena Marquise. So if you guys want to add her on
I'm gonna
Facebook,
freaking Google the shit out of this one.
we'll plug your
on
iPhone
it.
into her battery pack stuck up her pussy for 20 minutes of charge time. Now, the whole purpose...
Can we just say vagina, please?
Pussy.
Pussy.
The purpose of this
Sorry.
was to show
Match.
that humans have been very dependent on technology. And obviously, she's making a point during this whole art festival. So, guys, if you were to walk into any establishment, whether it's a festival or a freaking convention, and you see someone naked and has a sign that says for $10, 20 minutes of charge time to have your iPhone fully charged for 20 minutes for $10, would you do it?
No,
Joe?
that's
No.
What's
fucking
up?
filthy.
I'm looking at you, Joe.
No.
I just
We'll come back to you. Joe's kind of stunned right there. Mike Hill?
I just don't get what the statement is or how she figures that it's
How does
art
she look?
form.
And,
Well, see, put yourself in that certain predicament. When you're looking at this woman, she's butt naked, right? You're seeing the freaking...
and you have no juice on your phone. You're
Yeah.
like all gone.
she got all the juice.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But
Mike, leave about $10, bro.
no, I'm just saying, man. Like,
My phone's dying.
what's the point, though? You know what I'm saying? Like,
The point is, you're paying $10 to have it charged from a source where you know you could go 20 feet the other way and plug it into a wall. But you're doing it in front of this situation, and it's a woman that's butt naked.
Is she hot?
Well,
Why
look
didn't-
at the picture.
Why didn't
what do
you?
you think?
Why didn't you have a caption where
Can't even
the
see.
actual thing
Oh.
is? 'Cause
Hold
I'm trying
on.
to fathom like how big is this device shoved in her?
Let me see if I could go ahead and blow this up. But yeah.
I mean, do the
Oh my
She
God!
looks like a blow up doll.
That's what I thought it was. That for like a
But
mannequin.
it doesn't even look.
well, they're
do,
just...
do the pussy juices like
The secretions?
yeah, do they like
Can we use term?
I
Like,
couldn't
great
answer that
terminology?
question.
because I'm asking if it like helps the charge, like gives it a better charge or something. I mean,
Yeah, like a
Well,
potato.
there you
Yeah,
go. There's,
exactly, like-
there's a good shot right there. What do you think?
If it's good enough for Usher, it's good enough for me.
All right. Do you want to go back to it and answer it properly? Joe time?
No.
It is good enough for you?
I mean, I'm dare to be different. I like to have fun, and I probably would have did it.
And just
My perspective is she didn't charge enough. $10 for 20
Man, that shit was
minutes.
charging hella fast. That must have been some super juice in there.
You said $10 for 20 minutes. That's not a great marketing tool there.
all right, let's go ahead
Did
and
she take droids?
I believe so.
It was on silent. Call me.
Yeah.
Elvin, what do you think?
I'm still trying to get my head wrapped around the idea of why
Yeah,
she's doing this.
exactly.
I'm still a little confused.
yeah, I'm right
It's
there.
the point. It's the point of people will pay just to have their device charged, no matter what.
I wouldn't stand in line or anything if it was like an option at the time. Like, so, hey, did you want to? I'm like, yeah, my phone's actually dying.
Yeah.
Perfect.
No,
That's the point.
My phone is. Oh, sorry. My phone gets all messed up anyway without a vagina. I don't need to be putting it in there and causing more problems. My phone automatically
I gotta
shuts
hold
off
it
when I try to make
way.
a call.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean,
who knows what it's gonna do in there?
I mean, was she sitting
She's
there
trying
like,
to read all your data. She's a robot lady. It's a robot lady.
Good point. Good point there,
She
Joe.
really works for the NSA,
Yeah.
and she's downloading everything on
She's,
your phone and
you're-
sending it
You're
to the
basically fucked, quote unquote.
I mean, was she like just like super pissed at people that are on their phones all the time? And she's like, you know, instead of like, you could take that and shove it up your ass. Like she's like, you could take that and shove it up my
I don't
pussy
know
or
if that's
something.
necessarily the angle.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just saying that people are going to go, no matter what, out and beyond to have their phone charged and pay for it.
Well, people are gonna go out and beyond to look at a naked lady, period, let alone have.
Not on her period, no.
Well,
good one.
Joe, knock it
A
off.
naked lady period.
But you know that, yeah, I still can't wrap my head around. It's not, first of all, sanitary.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
It's not FDA approved.
It's not.
No.
Just get some baby wipes, you'll be fine.
Yeah, it seems like it'd be
It's not.
unsanitary for both her and the people whose phones. You think
Not sanitary. It's more a health hazard. I think that's a lot
She's
of
gonna
like,
get like
radio
radiation.
waves.
Yeah, like
radio
radiation in
waves.
there.
Think of how many germs are already on your phone.
Oh, and
It's
that's a very
more-
sensitive area.
It's
for a
more
lady.
than a toilet,
You
so
should put a condom first before you. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Let's bring her onto the show.
I know
Let's get her on the show.
I know she's trying to make a statement, but first off, nobody would have even cared outside of the festival if somebody famous hadn't participated. I'm gonna throw that out there. You know, it's like the weird lady that was like knitting out of her vag. Like, did you see that? It was like another art exhibit. She put a spool of yarn up inside herself and
seen a
knitted out
football.
of it. And, yeah, if you have the internet, odds are you've seen a lot of things. But
I've seen a whole head go on that bad boy.
but you know,
Holy
to
shit.
answer, is it art? Art is subjective. There's going to be people who argue that this is very bold, this is art, blah blah blah. You know, screw us and our technology, and there's going to be people who go off on that
Said
tangent.
screw technology.
For my personal opinion, I think it's dumb. You know, I really think that it doesn't take much like talent or research or effort if you're going to, you know, put this next to something that somebody spent a year sculpting, drawing, painting, photographing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to be put in the same category, being called art among, you know, people that make their, you know, people who put their lifeblood into art projects and topics that they're really passionate about. This just seems more like a stunt. No, I wouldn't pay $10 for unsanitary vagina phone charging. You know, I bring a charger. You know, you can charge in the car for free. There's any big concert hall, athletic stadium. A lot of them have charging stations. The airport, everywhere. You don't have to pay for it, and so it's like, you know, you don't have to pay to have your phone charged. And guess what? In a lot of places, you don't have to pay for vagina either.
Yeah.
So, yeah, have fun with your little stunt. It's not very creative.
Yeah, and she's not charging enough.
Yeah, and exactly. That's not even enough time
$10
to
for
do
20 minutes? Are you
What percent are you going to get to? Nothing, you know, for your phone charging. And, you know, nobody would have given a shit if, you know, somebody famous hadn't done it, so.
Boo that lady.
Yeah, stupid idea.
Joe will pay.
All right, go back
Will
to
you pay, Joe?
Hey, let me borrow $10 stage.
$10 in Monopoly money.
In this case,
So, ladies, stay in school. No, just kidding.
Usher better be careful and get tested. That's
Yeah,
for
because this
damn
phone
sure.
is tainted.
Doesn't matter how many baby whites you have. That's for sure. So, not an art thing, more of a stunt thing.
Yeah.
Agreed on everyone here on the Slam Show. Stunt
I don't know
it
how the
is.
fuck you
What
found
rhymes with
this topic.
stunt?
But
That would go good with that. Right.
Okay.
I'm stumped.
Wait, what would you do it?
Fuck no. Especially
Lies.
if I know there's a freaking wall available right there. Fuck. There's always an outlet. Yeah.
What if there isn't one?
Yeah, what if there isn't one?
Yeah.
If there isn't one, then you're going to have to use it. And
What
yes,
if it was
I
just
will.
you, her, and no outlets, no nothing, and you needed to make a phone call, and she's like, $10, bro.
Put her on
That's when you
speaker.
use- that's
Put her on speaker.
when you use your friend's phone.
I'm
Come
just
on.
kidding. I don't care.
I'll find a landline. Do those still exist?
They do
Yes.
still exist.
Remember Cash Creek has a phone
A
booth?
payphone?
Yeah, payphone.
That's
Who the
right.
fuck still uses a payphone? Have you ever seen those? The Cleveland tourism videos?
Oh yeah, I like that.
What if there was like a payphone next to her? That'd be hilarious.
You're like
Oh.
50 cents for a call, $10 for an STD on my phone.
So, Joe, just to
Give
add
my
on,
phone a virus, lady.
you want to try to get her. This is your assignment. Get her and Fabio here on the show.
All right.
Since you
Oh,
you
okay.
brought up,
What's her name again? We're gonna Google image.
it
search her
is
right
Lena
now.
Marquise.
Lena Marquise.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, Fabio doesn't have his own little thing going on.
Moving on to our
charge your phone.
Moving on to our final topic. Do you know what for-profit colleges are? Does anyone here in the studio? Well, this type of program is just going freaking bananas over in freaking
Banana
Florida.
sandwich.
And there's one in particular called Fast Train College, which is being sued for hiring strippers as administrative representatives. Now, that's not what they're getting sued for. They're getting sued for the actions by these reps by falsifying documents and coaching students to lie on their financial aid forms. Now, I wouldn't say there's a bunch of here on the West Coast, but you could just kind of like name off a few that you could just go to for various trades. But over on the East Coast, boy, this thing is going bazonkers. Everyone wants to make a buck. Just having some type of accredited format, you could say that I'm a program, I'm a college, come on in.
This reminds me of that one movie.
Accepted.
Wait,
Yeah,
I was gonna
accepted.
say that. Accepted.
Remember that?
Shit.
Yeah.
South Harmony Institute
Yeah.
Technology.
Yep.
Brown. The color was brown.
Yeah,
Shit, brown.
So
It was a good movie, actually.
that was a good movie.
I think if you're able to stay accredited and not kind of get into these little like dark freaking illegal activities, you can have a program that could be successful. But some of these guys are always pushing the boundaries, pushing the envelope to make a dime. So let's go ahead and start off with Mr. Geronimo. Cool school. Would you want to check it out in your earlier days?
You know, I may have checked it out, would have checked it out, but that's just sounds sketch to me. I mean, I'd like to see their credentials. I'd like to see their success rate. I mean, I care about my education, and I'd want to know what I'm getting out of this and who this person is. Now, if someone approached me with a business idea to start something like that, that's a different question, and I might be on board with that.
Okay.
You know,
Very entrepreneurial view.
Yeah.
I like it. Mike Hill.
And this guy speaks the truth right here, man.
He's
feel like-
semi-truth.
I feel like I'm agreeing with everything he's saying right now, man.
Because he's semi-truth. Think of him in that way.
Yeah.
truth light.
Yeah. You guys shook hands, so it's all good.
Yeah,
Truth
man,
light.
it's all good, dude. Nah, but seriously, I think he nailed it. You know, if I was going there for school, I'd want to make sure they had like a program if they had like a broadcasting program and it was, you know, but it'd have to be like legit and they'd have to, you know, have good, like, you couldn't just hire a stripper who has no broadcasting career at all, you know, no broadcasting knowledge, but yeah, from a business point, I mean, it'd be pretty cool.
Okay.
But yeah, but exactly what he said, I don't know.
Whatever
Whatever
Mr.
he
Geronimo
says. Yeah,
says.
he makes it sound so good too with his little deep voice. So, yeah.
There you go.
Next caller, please.
Lady Sage.
No, I would not go to that school. But yes, I'm with Elvin as well. I will run the school. You know, hire me to freaking, you know, do orientation or something. But I'm not off for school anyway, so no, I will not.
But wait, what if we're getting paid that Monopoly money though? We're not.
Do not
No.
pass go. Do not collect $200.
Yeah, it's a pretty bright idea. I mean, I'm all for it, but not as me paying to go to school.
Agreed, Cindy?
Okay, well, first off, most of the schools that you see advertised on TV that you can go to online, that have like night classes, campuses that are not community colleges, private universities, or state schools, most of them are for-profit schools.
You mean like the IBT, ITT Tech, all that good stuff?
Yeah,
Got it.
schools like that, they are accredited. They have either a trade program or degree programs. They're all for-profit schools, so that's really nothing new. This particular school, no, I wouldn't go there. Like you said, they were falsifying documents, telling people to lie, and a lot of people already do that. But the thing about for-profit schools and state schools, like, this is not just for the for-profit schools. Like, when you fill out a financial aid form, nowadays, even if you are like low income, most of that aid is going to be loans. So you're really just fucking yourself, honestly. You're screwing yourself over. They're going to get paid, and then you're going to be paying a student loan to the government for 30, 40, 50 years at some ridiculous interest rate. Like me. You know, I'm gonna pay the minimum. You know what? There's no way the government's going to see all that money.
Right.
Fuck them. You know, if
$5 a month.
Yeah, if it
I wish that was the
you
minimum.
know, for that for that dollar amount,
You
if
know,
I had
$5 a
gone
month for the rest of my life.
if I had gone to an actual bank, an actual financial institution, and applied for a loan of that much money, I would have never approved me for that much. So that's their stupid fault. And you know, I think the only problem or only issue really is just that they're hiring unqualified people. You know, if you need an administrative teaching credential, or you need a master's in education to take on these kinds of jobs, and they're hiring people that are not qualified, first off, they're kind of going against themselves as a place of higher learning where people go so that they can get better jobs. But here they are hiring people that are not, you know,
Or suspect.
Yeah,
But
that
she's
are not
hot
qualified.
though, wouldn't
Is that the video for the actual school?
Well, we're going to get to you, Joe, because I think you're on board with this.
No, I mean, if they hired them as interns, if they hired them as secretaries, if they hired them as part of a work-study program to get a credential, you know, it doesn't matter that they're strippers. It doesn't
Right.
matter what job they are. If they're, you know, if they're qualified or unqualified, that's what's important.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the lawsuit, too. They're using that stripper angle, and maybe they are, maybe they're not. Maybe they're strippers with a master's. It's just
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
taking that angle and running with it. Joe, I know you're going to go to the school. I know it.
Yeah, I got a scholarship already. Full ride.
Get literally.
Yeah, I got a full ride. They're actually paying me. It's pretty awesome. I'm staying with one of the teachers. She's pretty good. Her name's Candy.
Mm-hmm. That's the one on the video.
Yeah. She's a sidekick.
A side piece.
No, I said she's a sidekick. Candy the stripper is a callback from the sidekick stripper
right.
joke.
I got it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, I hate school.
That's what I said.
No, I don't hate
That's what I
school, but I hate school. Does that make sense? I love learning. I'm all about higher learning.
Yeah.
But I hate the school system in America. I hate the educational system in America. All about education. I'm all about learning. I'm all about higher fucking, really just taking yourself to the next level. But with schools like that, and they're all for profit, I already know they are. I've been to a couple of those schools, and I've already been fucked in the ass by these guys. Yep.
Not the fucking your ass part,
Yeah.
but yeah.
No, but at the same time, I mean,
Right on, you got fucked in your ass.
but like really just that movie
Figuratively.
that movie Accepted really just shined a light on a lot of things, and there's a few things that I've been doing by myself that I've got a better education, just self-teaching on my own, just by saying fuck school, I hate school, Googling what is school and why is it the way it is and what is education. And then, you know, once you start really getting down to the spirit of what school is and what education is actually education. Nobody else can teach you education. Actually, education comes from within. So just anybody that's smarter than anybody can't teach anybody that's dumber than anybody to help somebody, but they would actually have to help themselves to even get there. So education is actually something that you provide for yourself. So it's really nothing. You don't have to pay for education.
Is there a sports team there?
We're going to have to Google that.
Lingerie bowl. But I'm saying, like, yeah.
There you go. There's your third applause, ladies and
Yeah, and
gentlemen.
I'm just saying, like, for anybody that wants to learn, man, you don't have to pay. I mean, watch Good Will Hunting. It's the same shit. You know what I mean?
Matt Damon,
Yeah.
Ben Affleck.
I mean, don't stop learning. Don't stop reading. Just because schools are fucked over, don't stop doing that. You know what I mean? Go to a library. Go on Google. Look, and you get the information superhighways at your fingertips, literally.
Exactly. So basically, what Joe Time's saying, don't literally fuck school. Just find different creative ways to get your education.
Yeah.
There you go. Hey, I'm with you as far as being able to understand that education can come from different sources, not necessarily for-profit programs, but just being able to be resourceful and saying, hey, if I want to learn
Do your
something.
homework. When I say do your homework, when you're about to apply for a school, really find out who's teaching it, where is this coming from, what is the success rate of the classes, and you know what I'm saying, like
Do
all
they
that.
have the program that actually applies to what you want to do?
Because they'll say yes to anything. Any those kind of schools, they'll say, yeah, we got that. We got that. We'll sign you up right now. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, Michael asked, do you have broadcast? Of course.
Yeah.
Sports team, yeah. We definitely have
That's
one.
how they got me at Expression. Yeah, because I asked
Oh,
the
really?
department. They said, "Oh, we're gonna have one next year. How about you just start doing your prerequisites? Sign up for the sounds. Sign up for sound, and you'll do sound for the first year. You'll do your prerequisites, and
You
then
were
when the film."
you were serious about this whole expression
Yeah,
thing.
I fucking hate expressions.
Wow, we
what
hit a-
kind of school is that? Is it like?
It's a digital arts school.
Oh, okay.
When Accepted came out, and that movie kind of just inspired me. Like, oh shit,
Mhm.
fucking Expression was all boom, boom, boom. Come out, you want to get into sound? You want to? But they don't tell you that half the people that are already going to Expression College or going for sound already have a degree in some other school for sound, or already been fucking with sound the whole time. They're not gonna just teach you the basics and move up. They just already expect you to have knowledge of sound already.
Okay.
Yeah, so they don't
So
really. Yeah.
they didn't have any introduction programs. It was just.
No, they do, and it's really fast, and they're not going to sit with anybody that's falling behind.
Gotcha.
So it's like if you had no idea about sound, don't go there.
Okay, okay.
Like, don't go there to learn about sound. They're just going to be there to take over. Like, they'll find people that already been doing sound for years. There's people that went for SF State or DVC and did sound and went to Expression College,
Mhm.
and then they were taking it, and all of a sudden teachers show interest in them, and they're like, let's do that. Then they didn't even have a film department the next year, and then they were like, so I dropped out.
Yeah.
But I still had to pay that first year's tuition.
Oh, no
Yeah.
wonder this topic touched a real sensitive note.
Well, that's
on
when
you.
I was pissed off, and I was like, what the fuck is school? Who the fuck invented it? Because fuck that guy. And then I started looking up what it was, and it was two separate systems, school systems, and then they bring it down to one, the one we have now.
Gotcha.
It's pretty trippy if you really look it up.
Is Expression still going on?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw it on my way home from the San Jose broadcast. They have one in Mountain View, I think.
Which location?
The turnover rate is ridiculous.
You went to the one in Emeryville?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll hear people. They'll tell you you're gonna have a night. You're gonna get up to $90,000 a year. You're gonna pay your tuition off with the first job you get. But that's like, really seldom people that are getting that $90,000 job.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that graduated from Expressions and still don't got that $90,000 job.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, and that's how it is with a lot of schools where you have
Yeah.
to borrow so much money. Like,
Yeah.
they're giving people loans for who was this? Mike Rowe said, we're loaning kids money that they can't pay back to get education for jobs that aren't going to be there.
Yeah.
Makes a lot
I
of
mean, hell,
sense.
even Sac State. I mean, I'm not, I think any college really will sell you on the fact that you can, that you'll be, you get your degree in something, then you'll be doing that right away.
Yeah.
And I'm not. I mean,
Well, most people quit their job to go to school, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden when they were asking for their money back already, I was like, wait, what are you talking about?
I mean, that's where I thank my mom and dad dearly. Paying for my 5 years of college. I mean, hell,
Mhm.
I couldn't even imagine having to pay something back. But
You said 5? I thought it was only 4.
first year was kind of a scratch, man. I partied the whole
Withdraw.
I partied the first year away.
That's where all the bottles came in.
Yeah.
Well, you could have easily said, well, sometimes it takes 5 years because certain classes are only offered certain quarters and you can't get into them.
Nah, yeah, I'm a truthful
Kind of
guy. I'm a truthful
Van
guy.
Wilder.
Yeah, I shit that first year away.
Yeah. Cindy, don't try to make him to a dishonest type of guy
Yeah,
here. So yeah,
Falsifying documents.
Especially communications major. Hell, if you really wanted to, you could probably get that done in 3.5, let alone 4.
exactly. And it depends on who you're paying off in the front office.
Communications is pretty easy though.
So yeah, you guys have to be really careful of for-profit college programs, especially that fast train over in Florida, unless you want to have a hot stripper rep sign you up.
Or go to Florida Gulf Coast University. Remember that school? Like a couple years ago, they
That's
got
right.
They got into a tournament, and everyone was like, "Man." Like they did the expose on them, like this school is so cool, but like there are barely any classes, and they got this kick-ass basketball team, and like what was it? The coach was dating like a supermodel. I forgot. Which
Yeah,
one.
didn't they go to the Final Four?
Yeah,
Or
and they
Elite
went to like
Eight?
the Elite Eight.
Yeah,
and then he went to USC.
Yeah.
The coach. But yeah, he was dating like some like super bad, not like maybe Molly Sims. I don't know, something like that.
Miley Cyrus?
No,
Molly Sims.
no, Molly Sims. Molly
Mo-
Sims.
model.
Yeah.
She have Victoria's
But if you guys
Secret.
want
Yeah,
to see
she's
some
a
strippers,
Victoria's
come out January 2nd to Deja Vu in Stockton.
That's right.
That's right, and you're
Yeah,
the
see, that's a
driver.
cool plug
And
right
I'm the
there.
driver.
You're the driver.
That's a
the
celebration for
For
certain
a very
individuals.
special guy.
Guys, because we
Guys.
all have the same birthday. Can you believe it or not? Yeah.
Who?
We'll get everyone caught up at a later time.
We
you guys,
cannot disclose.
next week you guys are going to volunteer with us, right? Over at the food bank. Well, I know Joe can because he has
Prior
to do
engagements.
his. Yeah.
Next Wednesday night,
Next Wednesday. Yeah.
Concord.
Concord. Yeah, same location. Yeah. All right.
Ding-a-ling.
Ding-a-ling.
I mean,
perfect.
Jingling.
All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and take a quick music break and be back with our special guest, Elvin Geronimo of the 925 Niner Empire chapter, talk about all the good stuff
And
That's
the bad.
Niner related. Not bad. At least we'll try not to. Stay tuned here on the Slam Show.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
I'm in love with the coco. I'm in love with the coco. I got it for the Lolo. I'm in love with the coco. I'm in love with the coco. I'm in love with the coco. I got it for the Lolo. Turn up. I'm in love with the coco. Hit my plug, that's my cholo. Cause he got it for the Lolo. If you snitching, I go loco. Hit you with that 38. Thinking that I'm solo. 50 deep, they like, oh no. No, please no. Heard the fans taking photos. I know nothing the popo. Baking soda, I got baking soda. Baking soda, I got baking soda. Whip it through the glass. I'm blowing money fast. I'm in love with the coco. I'm in love with the coco. I got it for the Lolo. I'm in love with the coco. I'm in love with the coco. I'm in love with the coco. I got it for the Lolo. Turn up. I'm in love with the coco. 36, that's a kilo. I get. Need a brick, miss my free throw. Then wait. I'm in love just like Neo. Bust it, now he Neo. Matrix. Free my homies, the CEO. The judge, my PO. All this like I'm Nino. Water whip like I'm Nemo. Baking soda, I got baking soda. Baking soda, I got baking soda. Whip it through the glass. I'm blowing money fast. I'm in love with the coco. I'm in love with the coco. I got it for the Lolo. I'm in love with the coco. I'm in love with the coco. I'm in love with the coco.
He's feeling it though.
I got it for the Lolo. Turn up. I'm in love with the coco.
Joe Times music.
Joe Times.
That was Coco.
That's Dub's music.
GT. Genesis featuring Busta Rhymes. Sage was just like, baking soda. I got baking soda.
I didn't say that, you did. You were saying that when you were brushing your teeth earlier.
That's right. But you thought it was the other baking soda.
Were you using that Arm & Hammer's toothpaste?
No. We're doing basic definitions of it, and she took it as a basic definition other than the urban one, which means...
Cocoa Puffs.
That's right.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Got it.
And
I'm good with that kind of music.
And what's crazy is that the Golden State Warriors, shouts out to their great
buckets,
their great season so far. They can't even use that on their little Vine Instagram things anymore because obviously the song Coco is referencing cocaine. And that's a no-no, especially
hell of a drug.
Do you know from experience?
No.
Oh,
Rick James told him.
Good old Rick James. Okay, guys, welcome back. This is our exclusive interview segment with our special guest, and I have a logo of what he represents. He is not quite yet there, Michael. It's already up. There's no need for that.
Well, that's him stretching out.
He is the CEO president of the chapter for Niner Empire that represents 925, which is every city and town with that area code, including Pittsburgh, Concord, Walnut Creek, and all that good
Brentwood,
stuff.
say it, Slam. Come on, we're not small enough to be included in 925.
Brentwood. Yes.
Brentwood.
Let's have a big round of applause for Elvin Geronimo.
Woo!
We gotta get this more hyped up a little bit, man.
Just the clapping. There you go. There
Yeah.
you go.
Where's the
And
smoke?
now, Elvin Geronimo!
This every time I go on the field to go play football.
That's a hell of an intro. We've never done that to anyone.
Yeah, it is. I should have jumped out of the.
Where the hell are the cheerleaders at?
Right here sitting down.
Some pyrotechnics. And
I ain't no
thank you.
cheerleader. I want to see the cheerleaders.
Elvin, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Oh, we're glad that you're here. We got a good chat room filled with good individuals that have supported you, especially on the fundraiser end. Let's jump right into that because I think
Okay.
it's a very important thing while everyone's tuned in, fresh. You are putting together this fundraiser for one of the Niner Empire members, correct?
I am helping. I don't want to steal the thunder away from my friend's family and his close friends also, but if you guys didn't know, a close friend near and dear to my heart, his name is Paul Judd. His wife is in the chat room now. Hi, Christine.
Hello.
He was recently diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer.
Oh, wow.
And not too long ago, he was, feeling some pain and went in for a checkup. And sure enough, they found something, and he's going to be going through several weeks of aggressive chemotherapy and radiation therapy. We're talking five days a week, and the medical expenses, you can imagine, are just astronomical. So his a relative and his wife and family and friends just started rallying around him, and someone took the time to set up a giveforward.com fundraising site.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Help Paul Judd Beat Cancer. And I don't know if anyone here has ever had someone close to them, family member, friend, go through this.
Mhm.
I have family members that have gone through it and survived, and that haven't survived. But a positive mental attitude and a positive support from friends and family around you really does help. And so, with that, through and with the reach of the Niner Empire, especially the 925 in the immediate area, we're going to be putting together a few fundraisers. And the one right now that we have active is this Give Forward site. And you can actually access it for, those listening. If you go to Facebook and just search 925 Niner Empire, the top link is Paul Judd Beat Cancer link. Even if you can only donate $5, it's going to help. Right now, since the fundraiser started, we're shooting for, our goal is $20,000. We're already at 35% of that, about, and that's just in the past 10 days.
Nice.
So it's starting to kind of gain ground. We're gonna speed up the effort by setting up. I'm gonna do a poker tournament. All proceeds going to the fundraising
Sam,
event.
get in on that.
And Joe.
Yeah. I'm going to host it at my house, probably 4 or 5 tables.
Okay.
I'm going to have the food catered and donated by some friends that own, restaurants in the area. Everyone that knows Paul, we're just going to go, we're going to get trophies ordered. That way you've got something to take home.
When is this?
We don't have a date set yet because it's the holiday time. It's hard to, pinpoint a date where everyone's here, but I'm shooting for maybe like a mid-January.
Okay.
Because this fundraising site that we have ends I think towards the end of February.
Okay.
But maybe what we can do is help kind of buffer that or
Mhm.
supplement it
Mhm.
with a tournament in January.
Well,
So
myself, Joe Time, Mike Gill, guaranteed will be in.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that we're going to do also, since Paul and Christine live in Deer Ridge, off of Balfour,
Mhm.
we're in, and Paul is an avid golfer as well, avid poker player, but avid golfer as well. A friend of ours is going to help set up a fundraising event, charity event, to do a golf tournament as well. So not everyone plays poker, not everyone plays golf, but we can probably find enough people to fall into either category.
Awesome.
So.
Tremendous thing you got
Yeah.
going there.
Or both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or both, yeah, absolutely. So, those are some of the things, and that's kind of the reason why I, wanted to join the Niner Empire. When I first met the Niner Empire's CEO and president, Joe Leonore, Joe and
Mhm.
Monica, it was at a tailgate at Candlestick, and I'm looking around and I see this, Niner Empire logo and all these guys just, partying. I mean, I've been tailgating at Candlestick for years, season ticket holder for 12 years, and I've never seen anything like this before, and everyone's all welcoming and asking where I'm from, and they go, why don't you start your own chapter booster club out there? I go, what does that take? And Joe said, really not much. I mean, but once you kind of get things going and start picking up speed, he goes, you can start helping your community. You can start raising, money for other members that are in need or in trouble. You can start, just start networking through Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all this other stuff. And I'm thinking, I'm starting to look big picture.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why, I don't know if you want to get into this now, but, we used to be called the Brentwood chapter of the Niner Empire.
Mm-hmm.
And just recently, we changed it to 925 Niner Empire because we're thinking, okay, Brentwood's just, not to take away from Brentwood.
Sure. But it's small.
But we're talking, if we just call it Brentwood Niner Empire, what about Antioch? What about Pittsburgh? What about
Discovery
Concord?
Bay?
Discovery Bay, Byron, know, and you start going down, you're like, all right, well, what about Livermore and Pleasanton and Dublin? You start coming back around up 680, Santa Ramon,
Yeah.
Blackhawk, Alamo.
Orinda.
La Marinda.
Yeah,
you
La
know?
Marinda, right.
And you go full circle, and then I started thinking, maybe we'll call it the Mount Diablo Niner Empire. I'm like, and then that's when I started, I asked folks in the club, said, let's take a vote, Mount Diablo or 925. And it was a unanimous decision.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone said 925.
Area code's always going to win.
Rep the area code, yeah. So that's where we're at now. This is I've completed my first full year doing this. So technically, I'm working into my second year
Mhm.
of being the president of this thing. But what I see is kind of what Joe saw with these chapters. And I don't know if you guys are aware, we're 95 chapters strong now worldwide. We've got chapters in Germany, in Australia, in Asia. It's nuts. You go to Germany and you see people with Niner, jerseys and hoodies and, and they're, it's just nuts.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can see folks like, yourself, and maybe heading up like the Pittsburgh kind of side of the Mount Diablo. And then
Right.
I already have someone who volunteered to take over Martinez.
Awesome.
And start setting up viewing parties out there. I need to find someone out in like Walnut Creek, San Ramon. My cousin who lives in Dublin who's my VP also. What's up, Daryl? He's going to start doing viewing parties in Dublin, Pleasanton, and Livermore for those folks.
Mhm, mhm.
And then when you come back around Vasco, you come back out to our neck of the woods, and we'll just keep hosting in Brentwood and Antioch.
Yeah.
So, and then just, hooking up with local businesses like Tailgaters.
That's right.
Sports Bar and Grill.
And that's where we first met.
That's where we first met.
Yeah.
Yep,
And
yep.
you guys missed out on that one, man.
Yeah.
They had a good raffle going. Eric
Mhm.
Wright, Hall of Famer, was in the house.
Yep. Eric Wright, we hooked up with the Contra Costa County Food Bank.
Mm-hmm.
Filled up a couple barrels of non-perishable food for them. Had a lot of new members joining. I think from that one weekend, we went from 120 members or so up to we're close to 200 now.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, yeah, doing big things.
That's cool. That's cool. Well, I know my co-hosting staff has a few questions for you, so
Sure.
we'll go ahead and start from the back with Mr. Time.
Hello. What's
Hello.
up, Elvin, man?
Good time.
Always good to see you, man. This was my coach when we did flag football and at what was it, Kennedy Park?
That's right.
In
Yep.
Oakland. Yeah, man, that was fun. That was a good
Yeah.
time. It was an all-day thing.
He was my all-star.
Yeah,
He just kept throwing it up. You know the old school like street football?
Yeah, yeah.
Where your buddy who's like real athletic goes, just throw it as hard as you can. That's Joe over here. He's like, "L, just throw it. I'll catch it."
That was fun, man. Every time I drop it, I'm like, man, dude, I let you down, man.
How many drops did he have?
2.
Yeah, he only had 2 drops, but he had
Yeah,
plenty of
Calvin Johnson
touchdowns.
numbers.
Oh yeah, I think you had a couple of one-handers too.
Yeah, I had a couple one-handers.
Yeah.
Come on, Julio Jones.
Yeah, man. You know.
Des Bryant.
He was texting and then just wasn't even looking.
Hey, man, there was a team on the other team that was recording all the I was trying to get a hold of them. I forgot what chapter it was.
Catch
now.
selfie.
Nah, but yeah, that was fun. Nah, but I just got to commend you. I mean, taking the reins and really just taking the next level. I mean, as a president, you know, really just focusing not just on Brentwood itself and having the ego and be like, you know what, let's expand this and open it up for multiple people, especially in the Walnut Creek places, especially like things like that, because a lot of people have a lot of things going on over there already, but they don't have a Niner Empire. They don't have that. And there's a lot of Niner fans in the new 925, and now they have a place that they can call home,
right?
You know,
right.
especially for away games. Definitely looking forward to attending one of the next chapter events very shortly. Probably when we go to, what's our next one? Oh, you're going to be in Seattle.
I'm going to be, I will be, my wife and I are flying up to Seattle.
Not for the game, though.
We are, we're going to hook up with the Niner Empire in Seattle.
Awesome.
That chapter.
Yes.
So we'll do a takeover, local bar here at the stadium. Punch a few beaks and throw back a few, handles of ale and have a good time.
Some drink kits.
Yeah, exactly.
Some drink kits.
Yeah, but I'm thinking, we can hook up with, the San Diego game or the last game of the year.
That's right.
Arizona, yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, we just recently actually we did a private group tour.
Yeah, for the stadium.
For Levi Stadium.
Yeah, I read that. I was like, damn it,
that was a ton
booked.
of fun. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Can you do another one?
We can do another one.
You get on the field too?
You get on the field as well. Yeah.
Gotta go.
And
field trip.
If it's during,
literally,
if it's during the season, they only allow you to walk around the field.
Right.
But in the off season,
and that's going to be real soon.
Which is real soon. They'll let you take photos on the field. Yeah.
Okay.
What if we could catch a ball on that field?
Yeah.
Plan it out.
All right.
Please plan it out.
We'll schedule it.
Yes,
Okay.
because in about a month, we're going to have some free time.
Right.
Yeah, I want to see that Hall of Fame, man.
Oh, the museum.
Well,
was
he could plan it out, but isn't weekday best for us, for everybody? What do you
Pretty
think?
much, yeah.
Yeah.
Just do what you can.
Okay.
We'll work around
We'll
it.
be in touch.
Weekdays.
We'll be in touch.
The museum though is the highlight of that tour.
Dope.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it wasn't like Joe in that that revolving whatchamacallit
Visual display. He's actually immortalized in that thing, technically, right?
Right.
Can you believe that? Joe, president of Niner Empire,
Joe Leonore.
He is on this museum piece where it's showing him and he's stuck there. It's like part of freaking lore.
And you wouldn't even expect it.
Yeah.
You're in the middle of like this interactive room, right? And there are these screens, interactive screens, almost like a Wii Fit kind of Connect kind of thing.
Yep.
You can control the camera or the video. And then all of a sudden, Joe pops up. He starts talking about the Niner Empire and his loyalty and how much
it's amazing.
He's a lifelong fan. I'm like, holy crap! It's like, it's like 10 feet tall.
That's awesome.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, man, and just commending you and everything you've been doing, and
right on.
I really appreciate you, who you are, and as a human being, I can see that you have a lot of depth of vision with this opportunity, and I can't wait to see what flourishes. And then for your man who's going through it, I definitely want to participate in something, probably the poker thing, and I'll check out the Go Forward with you guys. But also, what are some of your ideas you can see like it being like? What is a perfect vision down the line for you with the 925 Empire?
There's in my mind, there's a lot of moving parts. Regarding just football, if we kind of set everything else aside and we just focus on football, what I see are viewing parties with alumni. Let's get Keena Turner, who lives in Tracy. Let's get Ronnie Lott, who's local also. Let's get Roger Craig, Jerry Rice. These guys that are still in the Bay Area.
Bubba Paris.
Bubba Paris, who's in Oakley.
Discovery Bay.
Discovery Bay.
Yeah. Jeremy Newberry.
Is Nedney still around? I think he's even.
Joe Nedney?
Joe Nedney, I think my cousin said he saw him kicking field goals at Liberty High School.
Really?
Just like with his dog, in a football.
The dog's holding the freaking placement.
Yeah. But I mean, if we...
I would love to see that.
Yeah, Nedney always had a connection to Brentwood because even when he was with the Titans, one of their owners is from Brentwood.
Oh, well, I see. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did he go to Liberty High? Joe Nedney?
I don't think so.
He went there to kick a field goal.
I think he just used it to practice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, I see before even preseason, I see in the off season us getting together and doing barbecues in the summertime.
Awesome.
And supporting other chapters. I mean, Modesto chapter, Fresno, Fairfield, Richmond, Hayward, San Francisco, the Peninsula, all these guys, the 415 and all the way around the Bay, they all do year-round events. And to get people, I mean, there's a slogan, there's a phrase that the Niner Empire members, have started to kind of accept and really live by. It's, football brought us together, but Niner Empire makes us family. And I love that. I mean, that whole concept is just that's what this is about. And I think if everyone, and even if we were to just inspire other teams, to do this.
This kind of fan culture.
Yeah, keep it positive, make it fun for the kids. Show other fan bases that you can bring your kids out to a game without fear of
a fight breaking out.
A fight breaking out of your kids getting a drink poured on them, and just the nastiness that you start to see in the Bay.
Yeah,
I mean, we went.
Knifings,
Yeah, I went to the New Orleans game a couple years ago. I brought my boy out there who's getting married. I was his best man.
Was it that playoff game?
It was the no, it wasn't a playoff game. It was a regular season game, but it was 3 years ago. And my first time in New Orleans, I didn't know what to expect. I'm thinking we're going to get shot at, stabbed, or both. And the whole time, from Thursday through Monday, game was on Sunday, but that entire time, every single Saints fan was welcoming, gave us hugs, wanted to know who we were, where we were from. There was never ever any nastiness.
Yeah,
and then the week after that, I go back to Candlestick and I see my own red and gold, counterparts, like just being nasty to these other fans, and I just felt embarrassed about it.
Yeah.
And that was actually the same tailgate that I met Joe from the Niner Empire, and I'm thinking, we got to change this culture. We got to change the way that we're being viewed right now, because other teams and even other Niner fans are seeing us. I mean, I hate to say it, guys, but they're looking at us like we're Raider fans now.
Yeah,
that's
you're right.
embarrassing.
Yeah,
and ever since that Raider Niner.
It was the preseason
game.
game. Yep, I was at that game. And
I was at that game too.
Yep. Yeah, that was a bad experience. But I'm sorry. Back to your point though.
Yeah.
I also see us doing things like what Gary Martinez out in Scottsdale in Arizona or Phoenix is doing. I don't know if you guys catch the. There's a Faithful 49 kind of show that comes on after every game. I don't know if you guys have seen
on
that.
Comcast, right?
Yeah. And there was episode 2 or 3. Gary Martinez actually, he's the president of the Phoenix chapter, and they actually give back to their own members. Like if one of you like hit tough times and you couldn't pay your rent or your house payment or your electricity bill, put your name, on the list of what you need, and we'll my treasurer or our treasurer will look at it and go, okay, you know what, we're going to need to put together a fundraiser for this. We have a few bucks, but we're going to need to supplement the kitty for this, and so we can help you guys out.
That's awesome.
I mean, that's kind of like that's the idea. That's to answer your question.
Yeah.
And that's just scratching the surface, Joe. I mean, I got a lot of ideas that are coming from other chapters, so I'm not owning any of this.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean?
No.
So, I mean, if it works in other chapters, I want to bring it into our group so that we can start helping,
of course,
helping people we know.
That's beautiful. I'm all for it, my man.
Yep.
Cindy.
I have to ask, what is your most impactful or favorite memory as a fan? And this could be in your, child or adult life or anywhere. Any most memorable and most impactful experience as a fan.
I have 2 kids. I've got a almost 16-year-old daughter, and I've got a 3-year-old boy. Their first games with me at Candlestick. Most recently, it was my daughter going to this actually the last game at Candlestick when Navarro Bowman ran that touchdown back.
Against Atlanta.
Against Atlanta, the pick six.
Yeah.
My daughter cried.
Oh wow.
At that game, and that was only her second game.
Cried in happy tears.
Happy tears.
Okay.
Because she felt the energy of the stadium.
Yeah.
I was so jealous of her because I remember that feeling.
Yeah.
I remember being in a stadium for the first time when the entire crowd just goes nuts. You know, like my first Sharks game was the playoff game against the Avalanche. And we were like, you know, it was like the final game in the tournament, and it was like do or die, and we beat them in overtime, and all of San Jose just, erupts.
It was that like on a Saturday afternoon too?
It was on an afternoon.
Yeah.
I thought I was dying because my chest just started to hurt. You know, I thought I was having a heart attack, but it was the rumbling of the arena. It's that kind of feeling when my kids feel that, when my daughter felt that night with, you know, after the pick six, that was my one best moment for my daughter. And then for my son, it was his second birthday, and I walked him into the stadium for the first time through this corridor that goes straight to our season ticket seats. And my wife is at the bottom of the stairs, and I don't know if you guys ever seen it on my Facebook cover photo, but it's a picture of me walking up into Candlestick with my son in my arms, and you can see both our jerseys. Mine says Geronimo on the back. I need to get one for him that says Little G, but his said Gore. And it looks like I'm talking to him and he's talking to me, and there's like this, the way the sun was and the way it hits, it's like I'm getting that like blown up and put on my wall.
Like almost like you guys are ascending to heaven.
Yeah, exactly. Because all you can see were the stairs, us, and then just this bright light.
That would make a great canvas.
Yeah.
Priceless.
So, yeah, absolutely.
So to answer your question, Cindy, those are the two. And then I can't leave my wife out. She'll kill me. Favorite moment with my wife was we were at the game against the Saints when in the last the catch 3.
Yep.
She cried. I picked her up, spun her around, almost dropped her, and I think I started crying. But that was like that. The whole stadium erupted. Then that was the best Niner moment for me
day.
too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whatever happened? Oh my goodness.
Yes, I know.
Great.
But, yep.
Well, Elvin, it was actually great meeting you at the Tailgaters event. That was fun.
Likewise.
Awesome that we won, multiple
raffles.
Oh yeah, how was the college game? You won the tickets to that, right?
Ask this guy.
Yeah, he ended up taking it.
Right on.
So my question is, you said you've been a season ticket holder for 12 years. Did you purchase your seats, and if so, were they the right seats? Because I heard that some people that purchased their seats weren't getting the exact seat they've had for the duration of their season.
That is true. Yes, I purchased my seats, and the bottoms are not the same, but the backs are.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes and no.
Halfway there.
Halfway there. I don't know what the idea was behind it, why they did it that way, but the backs of this. I mean, the seats are so old anyway that you get to know your seats after 12 years.
Of course.
You know where the nicks and scratches and the little dents and stuff are. And I actually brought a marker with me to the last game, and I
marked it.
I put a little symbol on each one underneath, and when they shipped them to me, I looked at the bottoms. I'm like, these aren't the same.
Yeah.
And but then I started studying the backs, and I go, well, that's the right one. This one, not really sure, but I know at least one of the backs are the right one.
I was gonna say my auntie and uncle did the same thing,
Yeah.
and they actually got their seats.
They did.
Yeah,
That's good.
They did.
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, there was that. I don't know if you guys saw that story. There was one that she actually wrote. A daughter wrote a message to her father on the seat.
Okay.
Like, happy birthday or whatever it was.
Right.
Here's a piece of candlestick. Yada yada yada. And she never got it. She took a photo of it
that's fucked
at
up.
the last game. She took a photo just as proof that she, this is my seat.
Authentic.
And she got her seats in the, UPS or whatever, and opens up the box, and it's not the same one. And she's been trying to contact the Niners ever since. But what's sad is the Niners don't even They're not in charge of that. It's San Francisco Parks and Rec.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And they don't care. I don't know if you guys seen aerial photos of Candlestick.
Yeah,
it looks like a bomb drop was
It's
dropped
just a
on it.
pile of all the seats on there.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, they were selling that for $700, and there's just a big old pile there.
Exactly.
of junk.
And what's sad is they can easily put a word out for all Niner fans to come and take a piece of history.
Yeah.
And they'll pick it up for free.
For free.
You know, like
And they won't have to pay anyone to clean it up, and because they're going to implode the place anyway.
Yeah.
So you're saying there were extra seats there that?
Oh, there are mountains.
We could go right now and grab them.
There are mountains of seats over there.
Yeah.
Field trip.
Field trip.
Field trip after the show.
We're going crabbing, and then we're going to grab some seats.
Hey, that could be the
sounds hella
next
fun.
925 Empire group thing.
oh, you
bro.
know, we can sit in our candlestick seats while we're throwing out our crab pots.
Exactly. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
let's go crabbing after we get the seats because we need to sit on something.
Perfect.
Awesome story. Thank you.
Yeah.
Michael, close it out.
Yeah, man. I mean, I was just touched by what you chose as your memory because, I mean, I'll never forget my first game was in 1994, late season game against the Atlanta Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing Michael Jordan get out of a white Forerunner, and he's kind of like in the VIP area.
Okay.
And then he went into the stadium. And my dad and all their uncles, they had season tickets and growing up in the city and everything. And then just after the game, my dad kind of surprised me with the trip to the parking lot and getting to get some autographs from some of the players. I remember, I was a smart little quick-witted boy, and I remember I got William Floyd because he
He was a rookie then.
yeah, and he signed on the wrong page. And I said, oh, because I was a Notre Dame fan at the time, so I said, oh, typical Florida State guy.
Oh.
And he found it pretty funny though. He's like, man, this kid's pretty quick right here.
Yeah.
And I was only 10. I remember I wanted Dion, but I couldn't get Dion. He had MC Hammer and his whole posse with him.
Mhm.
I just missed Jerry Rice. He just got in the limo, like this close to getting Jerry.
I have a Jerry Rice autograph.
But
nice.
But yeah, I mean, I'll never forget that. And in that same season,
I do,
My
yeah.
my sister, who's 3 years older than me, she went to that Cowboys game in the regular season, not the championship game, but she went to the regular season one.
Yeah.
And my dad said she cried, and of course they
Yeah.
they won that one close fashion. And
There are a lot of memories in that stadium.
yeah, and so I guess my question to you then is it's a two-part question. First off, the loudest you've ever heard the stick, and then my part two question is, will Levi's ever get to that point? I mean, I know it takes a while to build tradition. Candlestick wasn't automatically like that, but I just have this feeling that it's never going to be like that. And I feel like the fans there, I mean, I went to Levi's once for the college game, and I wanted to go see all that stuff, but they didn't have it open to the public, and so that kind of left a sour taste in my mouth in Levi's first off, and then it just, I don't know, man, I guess AT&T was the same. I guess AT&T kind of started out with that cold corporate feel, but it really never did to me. Like I always felt like I was welcome to AT&T right away, and then now it's grown to even more of like a love affinity with it. Do you think so? First off, loudest Candlestick, and then do you think that Levi's can ever get to a point like that, or?
So I'll answer the first question first. The loudest was
probably the Atlanta game, right?
No, it was actually Alex Smith to Vernon Davis, the
Really?
the Vernon
game.
Post.
Mm-hmm.
That was loud. That was.
I remember that.
We all do.
I never thought Candlestick could get that loud. I mean, people were. If you see these compilations people are making on YouTube, or that people made on YouTube of that game.
Yeah.
I mean, they're collecting video, after video and putting it and mashing it up together. But it's just, I still get goosebumps when I see those videos. But being in it, was anyone here? Anyone here? Were you at that game?
No, my aunties and uncles were there, and my cousins. So.
It's almost like if someone asked me, what does it feel like to hold your child for the first time after it's born?
Wow, that's high praise.
You can't explain it. And I'm not saying that it's more important than that.
Yeah.
But when someone asks me, so how does it feel to, have a kid? It's like I can't explain it. You have to have one to experience it.
But it's close to the catch-3.
That's kind of like what this is. It's like it's deafening. You can feel. It's a sound that you can feel.
Right.
And it shook the entire. I mean, Candlestick is a concrete jungle, but that place shook. Like it literally shook. And just being in that moment. I mean, people were cheering for a good 3, 4, 5 minutes. And, and it was nuts. I would relive that moment every day if I could.
Awesome.
That was awesome because, it was back and forth. Jimmy Graham caught that touchdown and, split the defenders. And I'm thinking, oh, my God, we only have like...
The Alex Smith bootleg before,
Yeah, it's
like...
we
was looking good coming down that field.
Stressed
You could
out.
just feel it.
Yeah.
It was happening.
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking, please don't do what Smith does. Don't throw, don't throw an incomplete pass at his feet. That's what I was thinking the whole time. And when he threw it, dude, it was just
bam.
Yeah,
that
we
was
were
it.
over at Hooters on that one. That was incredible.
Yeah,
his truck doing it, bam, got in.
Yeah, my blood pressure went up.
Now, really quick, Levi Stadium.
It can't hold. It can't. I've been to a game, and it's the fans. It's not just the stadium. We lost a lot of fans in this transition from San Francisco to Santa Clara.
Mm-hmm.
It's an hour outside the city.
Yeah, what kills me the most is when I watch these games and they show shots of Golden Gate and they show shots of Alcatraz and the city.
It's not even near it.
You see Twin Peaks in the background and the Transamerica building and Coit Tower. I'm like, what are you guys doing?
It's just your stock footage.
You're like 50 miles north of where the stadium's at.
Yeah.
Show America what you guys did to us.
Yeah.
And I just don't feel like it's not the same because the last game I was at the Redskins game, and I'm sitting in the stadium with my daughter. My daughter looks at me and goes, "Daddy, this isn't the same crowd." And I go, "What do you mean?" And she goes, "Look at everyone around you. They're looking at their phones."
I bet.
Yeah.
We're in a third down situation, 3rd and long, 3rd and 12.
No one's getting loud, huh?
My daughter and I are the only ones getting loud in our section, and people are looking at me like
Can
I'm
you keep
doing
it down?
something wrong. Yeah. Can you keep it down? I'm trying to,
I'm
check my
texting
Facebook
here.
page right now.
Oh, jeez.
And that's to me, it's disheartening. It's disappointing.
It's a microcosm of the
Yeah.
season in general.
Well, I was gonna say, do you think? I think that might. As much as I hate to say it, I hate to sound like one of them old fogey people, but I feel like that's just the way the generation's trending. I feel like you can go to almost any new stadium and it's going to be like that. Maybe even in New York or any of these. Hell, I was at a spring training game 2 years back, the Giants game at Scottsdale, and it was the year right after the Giants won the World Series, and I had a fan look at me when I cheered, like, "Hey, man, like, what are you doing?" I'm like, why the fuck are you here? Like, leave.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can't appreciate me cheering on my team, then I don't.
But a lot of it's because we're being priced out. I still have a lot of friends and family that have season tickets, but when my wife and I were only paying, $1,500 a year at Candlestick, and that included a parking pass with 2 tickets in the end zone, lower bowl, and then now they, with Levi's, they want $6,000 per seat just for the seat license.
Fuck me, hell no.
For the same seat.
You said per person?
Per person, and that's not even including the game ticket. I'm not even there yet.
Yeah, you're talking about
so
the
now
PSL.
we're talking $12,000 just to own the seats.
Yeah, the
right?
PSL.
The PSL, the stadium license, and that's to own, a 2 foot by 2 foot section of that stadium.
Yeah.
And all that does is give you first right of refusal for the events. So if you got a concert, a hockey match, a wrestling match, a monster truck rally, whatever it is, you get the first right to say, nope, I don't want those tickets. You turn them down. It doesn't mean you own them. You just get first right to buy them.
Oh, that's crazy.
And then the seats themselves are like, $1,500, $1,800 per for the year, and then parking pass is like $50 per game. Now you're asking me to go from $1,500 a year to
almost 10 grand.
No,
yeah.
over 10. Include 6 and 6. That's 12.
Yeah, food. And
I'm at $15,000.
Right.
I can't justify that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
So you're not a
Absolutely
season
not.
ticket holder for them, right?
not anymore.
Absolutely.
I
not.
bleed red and gold through and
no
through.
doubt.
But you know what $15,000 could do to my garage?
And what we could do for
Yeah,
the home,
and
yeah.
for other
your-
people.
For
Yeah.
your
For Paul.
fan chapter.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
For
also
Paul
to
Judd.
help
Yeah.
out the funds and so forth
Yeah,
with
exactly.
the rate, with the situation that's going on. Mr. Geronimo, thank you very much for being on the program.
Thanks for having me.
Due to time constraints, we're just going to narrow it down to more plugs on your end, the website where people could reach out to, and also for Paul Judd's GoFund and to donate.
Absolutely. I'll make it easy. Just go straight to our chapter Facebook page, 925 Niner Empire. Just go into the search at the top of Facebook and type in 925 Niner Empire, and you'll find Paul Judd Beat Cancer at the top of our page. It's a pinned post. And if you're not a member of the 9259er Empire, just click join, and I'll accept it. Thanks again.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for being able to be on the program. Woo! And that does it. He took up a lot of good time, but this was well worth it.
I was very intrigued. Very intrigued.
Worth it.
Yes. Exactly. All right, guys. For myself and everyone here, we'll see you next week. Same place, same channel, same time.
Niner Empire,
yes.
peace.
I got all this money in my lap. You ain't never seen a nigga do it the way I do it. You won't drama, bitch, I'm bout it. If my nigga need a comma, no, I got it. I'm ballin' like Jordan. I'm ballin' like Jordan. Shake and pop 'em. I'm ballin' like Jordan. Play it down to the bone, my nigga. Never been a stranger to the cold, my nigga. I'm the one to bring the bacon home, my nigga. $1 million text all on my phone, my nigga. This a full court press. When I want it, I get it. She loyal to the team like Rodman and Pippen. Black Mamba, how I get a week all in her ankles. Out looking like I put it right out the stable. Fast break, I'ma go fast pace. Promise I'ma take it to